We're just raid. Now would be a good time to go live.
Indeed.
Well,
Waka. Who wants to hear
hello.
a joke?
What's the joke, Rabbit? Lay it on us.
Joke.
There's no joke. It's just.
Oh, now I'm
I'm on the spot now. No, I feel.
I've been cheated.
No, that was avant-garde.
You've been cheated. You've been cheated.
Yep, you cheated me out of a joke. I can't believe you've done this.
I know.
Betrayal is real.
No, Rabbit's going high concept with us. It's avant-garde. We expected a joke. There was no joke. That was the subversion. There's the comedy.
See, I was just about to say, maybe the subversion was a real joke along the way.
European movies, but I don't have the mindset like that. All right, like I don't.
I mean, I don't either, but unless you count.
I don't like. I don't like. I've seen movies of just like they have like weird ass mimes and shit, like flipping flapjacks, and they're like, "This is the funniest movie." I'm like, to who? Who is this funny to?
Flashbacks to early Monty Python.
I'm just grabbing just like the side of the fucking writer, going, "Where's the funny? You said there was gonna be the funny."
Where's my hoo-ha funny moment? I need it.
You promised funny, you didn't deliver funny. That's a faux pas.
That's a 50 DKP minus, fucko. Goddamn to hell before you fucking do that to me.
Also, speaking of jokes, Draco, I hope you don't mind the stream title.
God, I didn't even see what he put.
Wow.
What's your funny stream title? Let me fire this up and see what you
Nice
got.
haircut, Dan.
Oh god.
Nice haircut, Dan.
Yeah. I figured it's not a spoiler, but if you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you barely notice it. It's fine. It's fine.
Relax. Nobody knows it was you.
Too bad none of us have Nistel's magic aura. That way no one could know it was him. Not even the hag.
Oh yeah, Rabbit. I was just kind of rambling on with everybody else, but I had a Blood Bowl tournament that I went to last weekend.
Sweet. Did you win?
I didn't win, but I did get a trophy.
Like a literal trophy. Like you could touch it. You could hold
Yes.
it. Lick it.
I'm literally holding onto it right now. You can just kind of hear it. There.
It sounds metal. It sounds expensive.
Yeah.
How do we know that that's not as a tin cup?
It says gold foil tin cup, but hey.
Hey, it's still
No,
so
seriously. My Nurgle boys were proud that we had mostly casualties inflicted. So we were the most violent.
You were the most orky.
It's by the fact that we were Nurgle, but yeah.
Well, if we're all ready, I'm going to switch on over to the live scene. Just need DeLuna and Chaco to join.
Like, oh yeah, it'd actually help if I actually joined the damn game, doesn't it?
Yeah, I have found that helps.
I'm sorry, I'm dealing with a lot of shit right now. My car, I was told the transmission control on my car is messed up, and that they're like, yeah, it's on back order for a month, and you can only order it through us, or else it won't work. I'm like, that doesn't sound right, but I'll take your word for it, I guess.
Unfortunately, I'm no longer in the position to help people with auto parts.
I know.
Though,
Like, I called my old boss, and he's like, "Yeah, sorry, dude, you're kind of fucked on this one."
though I am.
When you're on the move, Guppy's got you by the balls.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Though I am about to become a G.I. Joe villain while trying to enroll into a 90-day healthcare plan until I find another job, which is called.
Vaughn,
Oh, go ahead.
Vaughn, that's a terrorist.
Yeah, I know, but
If you said you're a G.I. Joe villain, you're just a terrorist.
Hey, I'm not the person who decided the best thing for a intern healthcare program was Cobra. But
Hooray.
It's dead ass called Cobra.
Yes, Cobra!
And Caitlin, what the hell is that? The tiny
Huh?
Why is it, Caitlin, what the hell is that? The tiny hooray to terrorists.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
That's the appropriate answer. You asked a question.
Are you spitting in the face of everything Sesame Street taught you?
Hey,
Or
listen.
everything G.I. Joe taught you.
No, the word of the day is just insurrection.
Yay!
Yay.
We have fun
That
here.
was great.
Man, this...
Like, the 80s, back when G.I. Joe was what we thought terrorists looked like.
Mhm.
Wearing goofy costumes and talking like they were high on helium.
And bumbling around with their plans.
I mean, Cobra is actually one of the most inspiring organizations ever because it was created by a used car salesman who became a self-help author who then took all of his riches and decided he wanted to take over the world. His mad scientist is a former dentist. I shit you not, that is all canon lore.
I forgot that is canon lore. It used to be super
Wow.
Joe back in the day.
Jesus Christ, who the fuck knew? God damn.
Yeah, no,
And who knows?
I was actually
Okay.
having a conversation with Citric the other day about G.I. Joe deep lore. And, oh, it was fun.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
again, it was the 80s. They were just like, the kids won't give a shit. We'll throw this out there, just let them see it, and they'll be like, okay, that makes sense. Here, we'll buy the toys.
Speaking of which, it's like, well, they just announced the tabletop game's going to be coming out soon. Here's hoping it's actually something enjoyable.
A G.I. Joe tabletop game?
Yeah.
Huh.
I roll for blue laser.
How do I roll for Weather Dominator? That sounds like a good one.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that too at some point, probate, but yeah. Oh, also Halo.
Guys, we
I
were
think-
playing probates in chat. Hello, probate.
Hello, probate.
Hey, probate.
Hey!
Well, if everybody is good and ready, I think we could go ahead and kick this show into high gear.
Alrighty.
Where's the music? Where is it? Hiya!
Cracking open a cold one.
Welcome, one and all, to session 26 of Chult of Personality. When last we left the Expeditioneers, Elise, the Wood Elf Ranger Fighter, Wick, the Squashling Cleric, Zeno, the Half-Elf Sorcerer, Dan, the Half-Elf Witch, Enoch, the Human Warlock, and a newfound ally in Tyrant'sbane, the Minotaur Paladin. The party set out along the east side of the river that is flooding the greater portion of Omu to make their way towards more shrines. On their way, they encountered a zombie ankylosaurus, which gave Tyrant'sbane a great opportunity to prove his worth to the group and carved a trophy from its bony tail. After arriving at a mighty fallen tree further down the river, a party set out to cross it. Wick, being the first, was besieged by arrows which narrowly missed him. The culprit, in a nearby tower, was apprehended shortly thereafter, a senile old tabaxi hunter named Bag of Nails, who had also killed some of Tyrant'sbane's companions the previous night. Seemingly as recompense, he offered stew to the expeditioneers at his camp, and told him of his search for an artifact called the Navel of the Moon, which would help him locate his lost son. But Dan, wary of his intentions, managed to detect poison within Bag of Nails' possession, a particularly potent poison called Midnight Tears, seemingly meant for the party. After being confronted, and upon prying via Wick's helmet of telepathy, Bag of Nails lashed out, and Zeno and Elise gave him the hunter's death he deserved. After a brief spat between Enoch and Zeno about the dangers of the former's wild magic, the party resolved to rest in the camp of the fallen hunter. That night's rest was interrupted, however, by a sneaky infiltration of a true nightmare of one Peggy Deadbells, the hag which Dan had been searching for all of this time. Elise, on her watch, arrived just in time, as the hag vanished with a lock of Dan's hair in her grasp. What nefarious purpose does she have in store for Dan's hair? And what shall our heroes encounter as the day rises and they continue on to the shrine of Unk, the flail snail? Let's find out. Go ahead and bring you guys on over to the main map here.
Alrighty.
I'll zoom back out because this map is still huge.
Yep.
Lord.
So I have a quick question.
Large map.
When Dan was waken up by Elise, did he still get a full rest? Because I can guarantee you he would not go to sleep after the fact.
Well, that does beg the question, I suppose. This would have been... You were up for your second watch, I believe?
Yes.
If Dan were to not go to sleep, he would not gain the benefits of a long rest.
Okay, then I'm not getting my spell slots back.
Alright. And also, I'll need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's fair. I'm gonna do that. There it is. A 9.
You have one level of exhaustion from not being able to get much sleep last night.
Right. I think Dan's just sitting where he was sleeping, staring at the wall, panicked, looking around.
Dan, as someone who's part of the No Sleep Club, I wouldn't recommend it.
I can't go back to sleep. She could. I mean, she's already taken the hair. She can find out wherever we are. And she's. Question 2. Would Dan know about Hag's, specifically Night Hag's ethereal fuckery?
Arcana check with advantage, given the stuff we may know from the background?
That's a natural 20.
As far as what you would know about Night Hags in that regard, yes, you do know that they do have a penchant for crossing into the ethereal plane and out of it.
Okay, but not what they can do while in the ethereal plane.
Correct.
Okay. She can come in at any time from the ethereal plane. There's no way for us to stop her.
I'll just take heart. If for whatever reason she manifests around my clan when you're here, we can just merely stomp her to death.
It's true. Do not worry. We will protect you.
We could also give him a taste of our horns. Brainox kind of chimes in with the Tyrant'sbane.
Dan, you don't have to worry. You have us. Whatever comfort that gives you.
He smiles a little at that.
We won't let anything happen to you.
Alright.
I won't let anything happen to you.
To be fair, what is one night hag to a clan as combined as yours?
Night hags are dangerous. I mean, she's not, as far as we know, she isn't in a coven, so she's not as powerful as she could be. But there's the fact she can just sort of walk through walls while in the ethereal plane without any difficulty and pop back in. They're incredibly powerful casters. And he thinks for a second, you know, could you just do your visor thing really quick to see if she could theoretically be spying on us at this moment?
Oh yeah, sure. 1 second. Nope.
Eldritch Sight for casting Detect Magic. Aside from the various magical items that your companions have, you do not detect any other forms of magic around here.
Yeah, no. I ain't got nothing coming up on the old magic vision, but then again, I also had up last night and didn't see a thing, so I don't... This is above my pay grade.
Well, I think if she was spying on us, you'd see something, so that's good. She's not spying on us now.
You gotta think about this way, Dan. That she's probably trying to. She knows you're looking for her at this point. I'm pretty sure that word's gone around with how long your quest has been.
Oops.
She's probably teasing you, trying to get you as worked up as you are.
Right. We should probably send a message to
If you'd like to look at it plainly, it is just one individual. One individual stacked up against a group is yours of 5, and if I'm there 6, and around my clan much more than 6. I'd bank on the odds that the 5 of you could take on one individual. Even as strong as one person could be, it's still just one person.
Right. Sorry, it's just... She's done a lot to me.
It's understandable. Like, I'm pretty sure that if one of us was in the same situation, we'd all probably feel the same way.
I don't mean to make light of any trauma that's been inflicted upon you. However, I hope that my words have at least cheered you up a little bit.
I'll bring that into consideration. Thank you.
Besides, think of the trophy you can make once you kill her. Oh, it would be a grand. I don't even know what that would make. Do you think they might have sticks like the floating one?
Maybe.
Well, we know
You
she's
can
got
have
a...
2... Imagine it. Dan. 2 floating sticks.
That is a lot of sticks.
Yeah.
Hmm?
On your way to a bundle. Though we do know she does have a bag of human skin, so... I wouldn't want to touch that, but... Trophy's a trophy.
Yeah. Maybe if there's anything interesting in that, we'll take that. But when she does fall, I have plans. I can think of a couple things I could take. Of course, this is without knowing what she has. Alright. Okay, I'll try to calm down a little bit.
And if you need to rest, I could probably carry you on my back while you rest as such.
Might not be a bad idea. I hadn't gotten much sleep after the revelation, but we should probably ask Bag of Nails any questions that we want to pull from him.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were doing that.
That's right.
We just look over. There's just a dead cat with flies.
Yeah, we all just hard pan over to the corpse.
It's the Futurama corpse.
Yeah. It's all twisted like it has bonitis.
It's pretty silly. I was just about to say that he's dead, but that's right. I can talk to the dead. Okay, we can do that.
Well, if you'd like, you could do the ritual, and then Dan, if you'd like to, I could go ahead and stand outside and at least take a watch in the lay of the land and find the swiftest way back to my clan, and you could rest on my back for a little while.
That sounds good.
Fantastic. Then I should go out and procure some moisture from maybe some moss, wool, make my fur extra comfy for you.
Thank you.
Of course. And stomping with his thunderous hooves, he will march outside and proceed to soften his fuzz.
All right.
Fluffified.
All
So
right.
meantime, Wick will start burning his incense next to the dead man, and he will cast a Speak with Dead.
All right. Alright. So, as... Alright, actually, let me go ahead and... As Wick burns the incense and holds his hands over the body of Bag of Nails. As you finish casting the spell, the body rattles and you hear a painful wispy groan just emanate from the mouth of the body as it seems like it manages to upright itself against the wall.
Right. Well, what did we want to ask?
I guess the best starting question would be, why did you think killing us would help find your son?
Yeah, what he said.
Did I not write that down? I may have not written that in my notes. Whoopsie. Nope. Plum forgot to write that down. Too much emotion was happening. Alright. I guess we could ask him if he is aware or knows anything about Peggy, or who told him about the magical artifact that he needed, because I don't think he told us about that. Just that he needed to find the, that I do think is in my notes here, the Navel of the Night Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And for the sake of correction, I misspoke when I wrote that down. It's just Navel of the Moon. So, just to kind of put that going forward.
I will correct
kind of
that.
flipped that.
Here.
Your way has so much
Thank
better
you for-
alliteration.
It does, though.
Navel of the Night Moon. I mean, you know what? Yeah, it does sound better. Navel of the Moon, Navel of the Night Moon. Yeah, it kind of gives it a little more extra oomph. Why not? Let's keep it
Yeah, no. Navel of the
Alright.
Night Moon definitely has some zhuzh to it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So the first question you asked was, again, just for, why did he feel the need to try and kill you in order to find his son? Like a wild animal with his back against the wall. All other creatures are prey. It is either hunt the prey or be hunted by it.
Not a good idea, huh?
No one put him up to it. That's good to know.
I mean, we have to watch out for anybody else other than maybe those kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
And all the Yuan Ti.
Them too.
And the Night Hag.
And also the Arcane Brotherhood. Wow, we have a lot of enemies.
This place is full of them, it seems.
As if you're benefiting from enemies abound.
It's like we're in the jungle and everyone wants to kill you.
All right.
Friendly people here, too.
All right. And then your next question. As I
it was along the lines of, like, what was the item exactly?
Or how did he hear about the Navel of the Moon?
Yeah.
The Navel of the Night Moon?
Who told him about it?
It has been a long time. Even I can't exactly remember where or who told me, but in my state, that the search for the Navel of the Night Moon was all that mattered to me. Even the name of the person that told me about it escapes me.
Less than helpful.
Am I able to read a ghost's surface thoughts?
Oh no, I think this is how we get haunted.
I
Just as-
don't believe so because when it says, actually, could you go ahead and click the helm of telepathy for me there, Caitlin?
Let's take a looky. To a creature you are focused on is using this. Yeah, that's a your call kind of deal. Just says creature.
Yeah. Semblance, and based off the wording of Speak with Dead, semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse. I'm not sure if you would be able to use your helm to glean the thoughts of it.
That's
But-
fine.
Yeah. That was an interesting question, though. I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's less a creature, more a thing being used to answer questions at that point, I guess.
I just want to say this might be. I might want to say this is a compliment to your party. You guys have talked about so many odd situations that you can do with spells. I have never heard in all my years playing D&D. Like, I've been through a lot, and I'm just like, damn, I've never approached anything like this.
You should just see my list of warlock invocations.
I remember reading some of your books, and I'm just like, damn, this is wild.
Oh no, I'm not even talking about my homebrew stuff. I'm just talking about the like standard stuff I picked. But Enoch will kind of move. Anyone got a problem if I ask him a question?
It is alright. Go ahead.
I can't think of anything.
We've
All right.
got 3, I think, give or take.
Yeah, we now have 3 more.
All right. What can you tell us about your relationship with the Yuan Ti here?
The Yuan Ti. They are just as much prey as any other creatures that wander around these lands. More so, beasts to be hunted. And trophies to be collected.
Well, seems like this guy made about as many friends as we did.
Mm-hmm.
At least we'll raise your hand if I may.
Yeah.
Alright, that's 3 questions. 2 more.
At least he's gonna look at him and says, "What do you know about the city as far as inside the walls to the northwest?"
I had heard tales of a mighty beast that seemingly wanders around these grounds. A mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex, seemingly called the King of Feathers. It is a truly terrifying creature that not many people have lived to hear the tale of.
At that point, you hear Zeta laugh in the corner. Well, I guess we did something kind of cool accidentally.
But above the game, I meant northeast, but I can't take it back.
Oh, above game, yeah, northeast. But as you say, northwest, there seemed to be a black obelisk that was towards the northeast. I remember seeing that and thought that place seemed rather cold and unforgiving, even for someone unlike a hunter like me.
Was that familiar with you, Wick, in your vision?
I don't think I saw that, right?
No, but that's what we had in our vision back when we paid for one.
Yeah.
That was like our first clue.
That is true.
Yeah, that first vision that you had, Wick, that obelisk does sound familiar.
It does. It is somewhere that I believe we will need to go.
Right track, at least.
And
If, oops, sorry.
I was going to say, at least we now know that the obelisk is somewhere in the city, so that's another point towards the soulmonger.
Alright, if nobody else has a question, I do have one last question. I doubt he's going to have the answer given the previous ones, but shot in the dark, I suppose.
Now go ahead.
Do you have any idea where the night hag Peggy Deadbells resides in this city?
I have never met this creature, which you have described to me.
He's gonna
But
kick
if
the
I
ground.
had to surmise, either possibly within either the palace grounds, or potentially within the ruins of where that obelisk lies. Call it a hunter's hunch.
More locations than I had before.
Bet I do believe that's 5.
As the semblance of life that escapes Bagathael's and his body once again slumps to the floor.
Well,
Bagathael's is once again no more.
it's more than we knew beforehand, but that's not saying much.
Step in the right direction, still a step in the right direction.
It's true.
Alright, well, apparently Tyrant'sbane's people are held up in one of the temples, so we can go check there for the next puzzle cube.
I'm going to try and pass out now.
Alright. Alright, at this point, Tyrant'sbane, you've had ample time to scrounge around the outside of the building. There is some nicer, softer looking moss that's kind of lining around this building that you guys were holed up in. Just kind of something to kind of mat it down for you.
That should do. Alright. Alright, Dan, climb on board. You notice he has a large chunk of moss is missing from the wall, and it seems to have been pasted to his back.
Then we'll climb up on Tyrant'sbane's back and try to get as comfortable as possible to get some sleep.
He will take one finger and just nudge the moss at your head to make kind of a pillow.
Aw.
There we go. I'll just give him a firm thump on the back if there's any trouble. So, where are we heading today? Shall we meet my clansman?
Sounds like as good a
Seems like
plan as ever.
Before we go, I did have one thing I wanted to do. And show like a wick. Do you think we can get to the top of the tower and at least get a visual of what's around us?
I think so. Maybe. Well, no reason not to try.
Yeah, just above game, I want to leave, and if Wick is willing to, I want us to get up on top of that tower we were at previously and see if I can just perception to scout the area.
Oh, sure. While we're at it, what's the weather like today? Let's see, it's moderately raining. Yeah, you're able to wander your way over there, and, as you open the door, you realize the veggie pygmies that were in there are currently gone. And as you make your way up, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
11.
17.
Alright. As far as notable locations that stand out to you, You do see there is a walled compound that's directly to the north of the tower across this walkway. As well as you're able to catch some glints of the one compound that's on the precipice across in the chasm. And Wick, as you're looking about further down this way over here, kind of off towards the palace, you do see there's another similar walled place over there that kind of stands out to you.
Well, I think there are a couple of places that look kind of suspicious.
That's all I needed to do.
And Wick, as you're currently looking over at the this compound over towards the north, the set of ruins that are currently right next to it, you do see a couple of humanoid forms that are currently standing watch over there as well. Kind of looking similar, in fact, to the Minotaur companions that are currently following you.
Oh, hark! I think I see cow.
Am I still getting free time?
Yeah, you're good now.
I moved the mic a little bit back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, there's a little static coming, but you're fine now.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
Okay, well, I think we have some places that we can watch out for. Let's hippity hop back downstairs.
Yep, we'll head downstairs and head towards Tyrant'sbane's clan.
Alright. As the party makes their way over towards this area over here, let me go ahead and describe that place better as you'll be literally walking past it. I don't know where it is.
We were so close, yet a complete and sudden detour.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like all
As you make your way towards, oh, I'm sorry, Fawn.
No, I was gonna make a joke that all adventuring parties have severe ADHD.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Ooh, we need to go this way. Ooh, that way. Ooh, what's over there?
Ooh, a shiny thing.
Ooh, piece of candy.
As the party makes their way across the promenade, as you look to the shrine that's seemingly towards the left, swirly carvings decorate two obelisks at the entrance to this compound. An overgrown courtyard lies under the shade of tall palms. Stone doors seal the entrance to a windowless shrine with a smaller ruin standing nearby. And as you look ahead to the set of buildings that are right nearby it, Tyrant'sbane, you do recognize there's a couple other companions that happen to stand out right next to the entrance of this complex right over here. Well met, Tyrant'sbane.
Kinsman, how fare you today?
Aside from that encounter from the night before, we seem to be in relatively good spirits. Viosia is glad to hear about your discovery about everything that's been going on in Omu.
They'll be glad to hear more. Vis-a-vis expeditionaries that the scouts may have told you about. The ones who might have information about the ending of the Black Days.
If anything could be bring about the restoration. Come. As you kind of everybody's basically led inside this complex, and you see there's probably about 20 or so minotaurs that are just kind of standing about. It looks like they're in the process of cooking up some sort of breakfast that they've scattered about themselves. lot of them are similarly armored, kind of similar to the two other companions currently with Tyrant'sbane. Except for one that's kind of further in the back. And Tyrant'sbane, you easily recognize this individual as the current leader of the Sun Blades of Napoka, Viosia Brave Striker.
Brave Striker?
She is a very tall and muscular-looking minotaur with decorative hides, specifically jaguar pelts that are flaunting, the heads of which are on each of her shoulders, and she sports a rather foreboding great axe on her back. Tyrant'sbane has returned to us.
Virosia, oh, glad am I to see you again.
Likewise, brother Tyrant'sbane. If what you have told about these expeditionaries, as you call them, is true, any help when reclaiming Nomu is greatly appreciated. Come, we have much to discuss. As at this point, a couple of other minotaurs bring in some fresh jaguar meat, as they kind of have a few spits going and they're kind of cooking them up. We need to discuss and compare our findings and figure out where best to go from here.
I mean, that's fair. Enoch will follow, especially since free food has been proffered again.
Yep. Gonna waddle on
So will
forward.
Zeno.
Jaguar meat is purringly delicious.
Indeed.
Though, I gotta imagine, with the rest of our party compared to all these minotaurs, we basically look like all the people who come into the gym during just after New Year's Eve, compared to all of the power lifters around us.
Alright. And as well as jaguar meat being offered, there's also a few fruits, some bananas, some mangoes, and, you know, all things considered, relatively a lot better eating than what you're typically used to within the jungles of Chult, but anything is better than, you know, constantly relying on berries, right, Elise?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet stone scrapings.
I mean, I imagine there's been a lot of, man, hardtack is terrible.
Yeah, I haven't really been, like, looking for food at this point, just because I feel like we're at a point where it's like, this is all I'm gonna find.
Alright, well, so what all have you found around here? Just so that we can start comparing notes.
Viosia chimes in. Well, there have been several excursions of various creatures that have occupied Omu. Batiri, veggie pygmies, and one that's been more disturbing as of late. That den of villainy that is the Yuan-Ti that occupied the palace. We've had other forces that have it
for a while.
Right. We've had other expeditionary forces travel around into the palace, but it seems for whatever reason, only a few of our brothers have returned, and we've been told that others have been either killed or captured and seemingly brought below the surface. To what? We don't know.
And that's not to say of other individuals who have been hunting us as well. Such as that bag of nails individual we've met the other day.
Bag of nails? Why would a bag of nails be able to hunt people? As she just kind of tilts her head at that.
You know, I also wondered about the name as well, but it turns out it was some sort of Tabaxi ranger who has been hunting some of our people for sport.
Oh,
A bit of an odd respect. He seemed to understand the law of the jungle quite well. Kill or be killed, of course, but still.
Oh.
It was something to go ahead and be watched out for. I was meaning to go ahead and dine with him, break bread, understand his intentions, and then apprehend him in his sleep. But it appears that he struck at us in the middle of the night, and thanks to the quick thinking of these expeditionaries, that individual was no longer a threat.
You have our thanks in that regard. As Viosia turns and looks to the rest of you.
Something happened to his son, and it made him less. What's the right word? It made him less.
Hospitable?
Right in the head.
Crazier
Yes,
than a bag of
yes,
nails.
hospitable.
The cause of him hunting us may have been some way to go ahead and answer for his grief.
He was looking for something. A night something?
Navel? Like a belly button, I think.
Hehe, night belly.
Or an
Navel
orange.
was an orange.
Navel of the night.
At which point Enoch will just raise an eyebrow. You mean like the color?
No, the fruit.
Have you not had oranges before?
They're... No.
They're delightful.
Okay.
Anyway.
Fine. Well, to answer one of your questions earlier, the Patiri won't be that much of a problem for you. I mean, from what we saw, they can't really muster a large force. It's mostly just gonna be small parties looking to scavenge. And in all honesty, if they were smart goblins like the ones that helped raise me, then they'd probably run at the sight of all y'all, so you'd be fine.
This is good news. Oh, yes! The trophy you claimed from the beast.
Oh yeah, just points to Wick's helmet.
Teehee.
These expeditionaries have slayed the king of... What was he called? King of Feathers or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, King of Feathers.
King of Feathers.
Or as chat called him, Maurice.
So that's what that mighty lizard was that was off towards the northwest. Huh. Your actions in that regard certainly give you more credence. You really struck it with these ones. You know that, Tyrant'sbane?
Honestly, yes. Most expeditionaries seem to lash out at us first and ask questions later. These people were the opposite.
Well, to be fair, you were the first thing that we've met besides Orvex, points to him, who didn't try to kill us on sight when we saw you, so that was a good sign.
Yes.
Oh, yes. The regards of which I met them. I was exploring the ruins to the north for anything that might be able to aid us, supplies, what have you. Maybe an old cache kept somewhere by the old civilizations. And turns out, I found, well, these 5. Well, these 6 before these.
Speaking of caches, there's a small collection of kobolds under the bazaar to the north, led by one that's crazier than a bag of ferrets. They got a whole mess of treasure, it looks like, but there's a lot of them.
I suppose those kobolds shall be dealt with in due time. If they claim to have treasures which rightfully belong to Omu, they shall become ours once again in due time.
Absolutely.
One
mission
leading
at a
them,
time.
the one leading them appeared to be able to use magic, so I would be careful.
The old tactic of rushing the mage down first seems to be... It hasn't failed me.
Just thinks back to fighting the zombie ankylosaur. Yeah, no, I'm not going to let you charge me for anything.
Of course not. Our virtues are aligned.
I mean, true, it's just... Once you see it happen, it just goes on the top of your list of things you don't want to have happen.
I like this one. This individual, Enoch, is quite astounding. He's an unflinching sentry. I've never seen the like of him.
As forgive me, and Orvex just kind of chimes in a little bit. Viosia, was it? Well, forgive me if I'm just a little inquisitive as far as your goals here. As grand and admirable as they are, I'm afraid there's one other slight hitch in your plan that you may have to contend with. Oh? And what might that be, human? Are you aware of an order called the Flaming Fist?
Would I be able to roll anything to know about the Flaming Fist?
History check?
If it's something that's existed in the jungle, I might be able to know about it, but if it's from outside, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'll allow you a history check.
Okay.
Since...
Let's go. That's a 12.
A 12. In your time, Tyrant'sbane, with that history check, I'll say you've ran into various, or some of your Sun Blades have seen various other patrols of other Chultans and other fair-skinned humans that have patrolled some of the jungles way further to the north. You haven't had direct encounters with them yet, but you've heard of other expeditions, but you can't say you've heard of the name specifically Flaming Fist.
Is that a group of expeditionaries? I haven't heard or seen the like.
You can say that, as Orvex continues on. They're a private military or mercenary company from the lands far to the east of here. They claim to have sovereignty and rights of the lands of Omu themselves, as far as the jungles of Chult. And from what I've heard, that would lead me to believe that they think they may have rights to Omu as well, but they're the ones that typically give writs of charter for anybody that travels around in these lands.
Yeah, Enoch will pull out ours. Yeah, they also want to have first claim of any treasure found out in all of Chult.
May I see that document?
Go right ahead, just don't destroy it.
I will read it. Is it written in common or something I can understand?
Yes, it is written in common. Give me an intelligence check to cipher through this.
Oh, good! Pain's strongest point!
I was about to say, he has to read the terms and service.
Well, you see, subsection 3, Article 5.
There's a lot of big words in this document you don't recognize. It seems like a bunch of mumbo jumbo to you, Tyrant'sbane.
Can I want to do something with this. He's gonna look at it, tilt his head to the side, look over to Verosia, and hand the document to her in a minotaur, saying, "Please don't destroy this."
She just kind of snorts at that, and she'll hold it up.
I like to imagine as he was trying to read it, his eyes just slowly went wall-eyed.
Yeah! It's exactly what happened. He's like, I don't even know.
Oh no, no.
He's trying to mouth the words and just shakes his head.
Enoch will just reach over and pat him. Don't worry, it wasn't until I learned how to read all language that I could understand it either.
The written word is so strange.
It really is.
Wait till you see Goblin written language. It's crazy.
Goblin. I would like to go ahead and see that one day.
It's a lot of pictograms.
They also, so this group, the Flaming Fist, also goes ahead and claims sovereignty over Omu. But have they been here? It seems they just seem to send people quite as yourself. Why don't they come here themselves and go ahead and aid us in reclaiming Omu, if they truly are dedicated to it?
Well, they probably seek more of the financial gain than they would properly restore this. With my experience with dealing with the Flaming Fist, there has been not quite as hospitable as I would like it to be. As Viosia continues to read on, she looks over to you, Enoch, and actually over to you, Tyrant'sbane, and she extends the charter out and just kind of dismissively waves it in your direction.
Yeah, I'll just take it back and roll it up, put it back in the bag of holding.
Well, if they have no intention in aiding us of our cause, except for their own personal gain, I don't see why we should ask for their help. After all, we have you here to help us in our quest. With great heroes such as yourself on our side.
Yes, I agree. This Flaming Fist would rather see our glory gutted and thrown into their coffers. We seek something greater. We seek to restore this to the great glory it once was. We are small, but with Unk guiding us, just like his blinding light that made Chult go ahead and show mercy on this land. It will be so again one day.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank
One
you.
day, brother. Truer words were never spoken.
I agree.
Well, I mean, the Flaming Fists, yeah, they're mercenaries just out for their own gold, but there are some people here who might help you if we could maybe send word to them. Especially considering how full of undead the city still is.
List of any allies would be of benefit to us.
Yeah, we met a cleric, saved him from some Batiri, actually. They work with a group called the Order of the Gauntlet. Mostly just care about wiping out undead. But there's far fewer of them.
Less than our number.
Yes, the Order of the Gauntlet. I've heard of some of their efforts, and it was my understanding they had quite the awful spat of undead quite a few months ago, but they seem to be holding out ever since, from what I hear.
Yeah, we helped with that.
Oh, really?
It was an interesting night, Enoch just says, thinking back to just sitting next to the goat pin as explosions rained around him.
Also in ever-encompassing darkness.
Yep, just the bubble that kept chasing you.
The darkness, the pumpkin children, the fireballs. Yeah.
The Patrick!
Like, again, out of context, this is such a weird copy to jump into.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you get the all-summoner party.
The first time Tyrant'sbane's hearing of any of this, he's just blinking, just... In his head, he's thinking, well, wonders never cease. What are they capable of?
Yeah, you haven't actually seen us go all out yet. But,
It's gonna be fun.
yeah. My biggest worry, aside from, stuff we talked about, is that Lich Lady we told the scout to warn you about. Valindro Shadowmane. Or Shadow Mantle.
Right, the blonde elf woman, correct?
Yeah. Because she doesn't always look like a blonde elf woman. That's kind of what she uses to get your guard down. Then she turns into a horrible undead that can summon a ton of zombies, and also might have a whole lot more stuff she can do.
I'll have to go ahead and look at some of the field reports.
Yeah, I would say, in all honesty, if you can go unnoticed by her, do, because just standing near her nearly killed, like, me, I think Wick, Zeno.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's all kinds of bad road.
My word. We'll have to keep an eye out for that one. Verosia, have you heard of one such as this?
I can't say I have. I'm not sure if I had any of our Sun Blades out that far, but what did you say that she was?
A lich.
No, where?
Oh, where? Oh, she was out around the, he'll pull out the actual map and just kind of point to where we marked the Heart of Ubtao. We met her around here, but then she teleported away. Like, I could maybe make another, circle that would take us back to there, but I'm pretty sure she's not there anymore.
Wait. I've heard of that place. The Heart of Ubtao? Supposedly that's a religious site that lots
Also
of
very
pilgrims tend
cold.
to travel towards. And a being such as her defiled that place with her presence? Oh, that's not forebode well.
Yeah, no, she
Uh,
said... Go ahead.
I was gonna say Elise leans down and whispers into Enoch's ear. Should we tell them about the dragon?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not going far enough to worry about that. That's all. Yeah, we ran into a dragon.
I will roll stealth for this.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Roll a stealth check.
Yeah, 14.
What do I roll to beat her? What do I roll to beat that? Because my cow ears demand knowledge.
Perception.
Yeah, I would say perception.
Please roll a nat 20.
Oh, you win. It was on the other side.
Damn it!
By one.
That's not even the
Roll
weirdest
that
thing.
20.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's 20 on the other side, though.
The upside is most things want to avoid Omu, so they are actually pretty safe here.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, we're just warning them of the things that would actually come to Omu, like the crazy lich or the very stupid Batiri. But yeah, that's about as much as we got to worry about. All we're mostly looking to do, which might help us with your long night, is he'll reach in and pull out one of the puzzle cubes. We're currently searching the temples for these.
Right. I thought they mentioned something about those cubes.
Indeed, Verosia. These were things we're collecting that seem to be the key to reclaiming back our glory.
So it would seem if... Well, if they're at the shrines with which you seek, well, surely you know that Unks is literally right next door. Surely there must be one there.
Well, we just wanted to make sure you hadn't gone inside and possibly solved the puzzle already. Some people have already done that here.
Wait, others up in the shrines as well?
Yeah, those Arcane Brotherhood fellas.
That is rather concerning.
It might be a double-edged sword. To say the Arcane Brotherhood gathered the puzzle cubes before them.
Well, I feel like the Arcane Brotherhood and the Yuan-Ti would probably solve itself. Just with they're both parties that just the second they see anything they attack on sight, so I figured they'd eventually kill one another.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
If the Arcane Brotherhood and the Yuan-Ti, do you have any evidence that they might be working together?
Just looks at the rest of the group and shrugs.
Same.
No, I do not
Not
believe
that
we
we
have
know of.
evidence.
Well, actually, no. We can just ask. Orvex, were they working with the Yanti?
No. At least to my knowledge, they weren't, but...
That's right. We found you after they attacked the Arcane Brotherhood.
So, that's right. Their numbers did attack us, but... to my knowledge, they aren't working together.
Yeah, I think we have the one advantage of we're the two groups that would actually talk to each other and would work together, and we met, so that's good for us.
Yes, that's actually very good for us.
Only there's some way we could aid you with these puzzle boxes. Something that might be able to aid you.
Well, if you have not solved the one nearby already, that would be helpful.
Perhaps.
I mean, true, you guys would know more about Unk than any of us.
Of course.
Oh yeah, Elise, Wick, did you see any more of those temples while you were up on that tower?
I believe so, yes.
So, Elise will grab the map and kind of mark where we saw everything.
How many do we have left?
Shrines.
4. 9 gods, we got 5 cubes.
So you definitely have the strength of odds against you. That'll work for now.
Maybe that's some way you could try to help.
The more cubes that you collect, though, I just fear that the more eyes might be upon you.
True, but on the upside, the only other group that seems interested in the cubes is the Arcane Brotherhood. The only time we found the Yuan-Ti by one of the temples, well, actually no, by 2 of the temples, they ignored one and just waited to try to kill us at the other temple. Could have gone in at any time.
That's good news in a sense. The Yuan-Ti might not know what their shrines are holding.
I'm not sure if that's the case, brother.
Verosia, the legend that's been passed down to us, do you think that might be able to aid them in the search for these cubes?
The legend of the trickster gods themselves?
Yes.
Orvex just kind of chimes in. Ah, yes, in my studies I have heard of it, yes. Well, as far as the gods' interaction with each other after Ubtao had left, but...
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure whether or not this will aid you or not. It is worth telling. It's better to have it and not need it, I suppose. With your permission, of course, Verosia.
Of course.
I believe they've earned the favor. All right. Gather around and listen to me. This is a legend that's sacred to us. It's been passed down from generations.
Wick
can't help but think I need a...
Wick plops down on the floor right at your feet for story time.
Is it wrong before you even said that I pictured him picking up Wick and just placing him on his knee?
That would work just as well.
Come sit on Pop's knee. Let him tell you a story.
Here you go, Rabbit. I got you some story for you. Or some music for you.
Fantastic. Everyone's gonna love this. Long ago, in time immemorial, the god Ubtao hardened his heart and vowed to weep for the people of Omu no longer. The rain stopped, the jungle withered and died, and death itself swept through Omu. One morning, a wise Zorbo emerged from her hollow tree and spoke to the dying Omuans.
To convince Ubtao of their worth, she decided to cook for him a stew made from all their good qualities. Catching such virtues wouldn't be easy, so she asked a wily Almirage to help her. The Almirage snuck recklessness in the pot, which the Almirage saw as a virtue, and Ubtao spat out the stew when he tasted it. From that day on, Obalaka Vizorbo and Ijin the Almirage became terrible enemies. At noon, a brave Commandant hopped down from her rock. She saw the evil in the Amuan's hearts and decided to lance it like a troublesome boil. The Commandant fashioned a holy spear, but she left it by the riverbank, and a crafty Grung stole it. In her rage, Shagambi the Commandant forgot all about the Amuans and chased Nang Nang the Grung forever across the sky. When evening came, a wily Eblis stepped from his reed hut. He cared not for the Amuans, but without them he'd have no one to play his tricks on. The Eblis sent a marsh frog to reason with Ubtao, but the frog was angry and decided to wrestle the god instead. This amused Ubtao, so he gave the frog tentacles to make it stronger. When Kubazan the Froghemoth returned to Papazotl, the Eblis, he chased Papazotl into the swamp with his newfound tentacles. That night, a Sioux monster broke into Ubtao's palace and stole a pail of water for the Amuans. When the god came running to find it, the Sioux monster hid the pail in a Jackalese burrow. Ubtao asked the jungle animals where his water was hidden, and Moa the Jakuli was too honest to lie. When Wonga the Sioux monster found out how Moa had betrayed him, he vowed to catch the Jakuli and eat him up. All the while, Unk the flail snail lived deep under the earth. The noise of the other animals fighting made her slither up to the surface, and when day dawned over her shell, the light blinded Ubtao such made his eyes water. With this, life returned to the Omu, and the people built shrines to honor all the animals who saved them. This is our legend that's been passed down to us.
Yes, that is quite the remarkable tale. I'm surprised not many others have regaled it.
Well, this information must have been lost. You've never heard anybody from the Flaming Fist talk about it either.
And it's my personal experience, no?
This is very interesting. Through this, this is what all Amuans hold close to their heart. Unk's single action, single-handedly, saved Omu, or at least I'm at the belief. But without everybody doing their part, whether for weal or woe, Unk would not have found the wherewithal to emerge in the first place. That's why I talk about the will of the jungle a lot. You can't have one without the other. This legend I speak may be able to help you with your mission to find the rest of these puzzle boxes.
Well, we currently have Papazotl, Wongo, Ijin, Kubazan, and Shagambi. So we still need Unk as well as...
Nang Nang.
Nang Nang.
One. Moa.
Moa. and I'm sorry, I'm terrible at remembering a long stream of proper nouns.
Alright, so I'm
It's
just
that
gonna
part where
pop-
I'm thankful that I play a dumb character because, Lord, I couldn't remember names worth a darn. So it's just in character, in and out.
I have lived in my town for 5 years. I still can't remember my barista's name. It's a failed act every time. The most I've whittled down is, "Hey, you."
The
How's
safe
it going,
greeting.
buddy?
Oh, you should have seen me at my last job. Because the turnover rate got so bad, I was just like, okay, I'm not going to remember your name unless you stay for somewhere between 3 to 6 months, because that's around when you're going to quit anyway. Until then, it's just the I work with you nod.
Ah, yes, I've seen that more times than I know.
That's also me, because I'm terrible with names. I'm better with faces.
Yeah, same, honestly.
But
I
yeah,
have to say someone's name like 5 times in my head before I remember it, more often than not.
Rude.
well, I would say our biggest issue is, and he'll point where Elise pointed out the other temples. We've got 3 that we see, but one of them is going to be a real trick to get to, and he gestures over to where you can see the steam rising from the giant lava pit.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of this area you've explored, but if you know any ways to get over there that we don't, that would be super helpful.
Well, as Orvex just kind of ponders about it for a moment. Perhaps our friend, once he's rested, may be able to provide some aerial assistance.
Dan mumbles in his sleep.
I was gonna say, Enoch looks to Dan, looks to Dan's broom, looks to Dan, looks to Dan's broom, then looks to Tyrant'sbane. Well, that's what I want to see.
Yes, that flying artifact, that would be able to go ahead and help you out. I doubt it could carry me, but with Dan here, probably no problem.
It's definitely too far for me to Misty Step.
Do you want me to rouse him? Because I could.
I mean, let's take a look at the shrine first, and then if we need any of his folksy wisdom, that might be a time to wake him. Otherwise, just let him sleep.
Very well.
Yeah, he's been through a lot.
Yes, he needs his, looks at the camera, long rest.
So imagine on that one, like you were looking right at me. Yeah, I know that. I've been quiet so I didn't talk too loud.
God, when I think of that bit, I always think of The Simpsons with the doctor going, "Do you know who shot him?" And then it just shows Chief Wiggum, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna find out. I'm a policeman."
But yeah, no, I think might as well just check out the shrine that's literally next door. Especially because it sounds like that's the one shrine where we possibly won't be attacked.
Potentially.
Or we will be attacked the most, because the laws of the jungle.
Of course. Well, Long Shrine is normally well protected, so if that's where the legend guides us, then we should go there.
Yeah. If we don't get attacked, I'm already keeping Unk pretty high up there. It's Shanti, Unk, Oobtao, then several other things that I can't name, and then I don't have a low tier for gods right now. I'm not a very religious sort.
Well, as far if you're trying to ponder which ones we need to complete yet, that would lead us to believe if Ijinsev has already been taken care of, and I've seen you take care of Kupasan, Shigambi, Wango, and Papazotl, that leaves only Nang Nang, Obalaka, and Moa. As well as Long. Did I say Unk? Yes.
Yeah.
Obalaka, Nang Nang, Unk, and more.
Man, this Bionicle's deep lore is amazing.
It is.
I'm sorry, I've been holding on to that joke for like 3 sessions.
I can't believe Chult is just the Bionicles of D&D.
Oh god.
Oh man.
But what if I told you that Two of Annihilation is the adventure time of D&D?
I'd believe it.
I believe that.
Makes
Yeah.
sense, yeah.
I mean, it's written by the same guy. It's written by the creator of Adventure Time. He helped on that module.
Yeah.
And it's in War
forgot
a
about
D&D module?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give me my Korean unicorn.
All I'm gonna say is if Yuki starts stretching, I'm out.
Hey guys, check out this cool trick I just learned.
Check out this weird dog I found.
Alt yourself just to stretch.
Just combine. Just
I mean, he already knows how to enlarge, so we're part of the way there.
So Ung Shrine should be probably the easiest one for you to access. But Verosia, we would need your permission, of course, in order to enter the shrine.
Well, seeing as how the cubes are vital for proceeding further and possibly deal with the darkest day, I hereby grant you permission, brother. Explore it as you see fit, you and your companions.
Fantastic. Everyone, I'll be traveling with you for a little while longer yet.
Hooray!
Yeah, I'm all for
We
that.
could definitely use your help.
All right. As everybody is about to head out, I want you to make a perception check for me, quick.
Oh boy.
Perception.
I finally roll.
Yuki can do that.
Hey, I got a high one for once.
Natural 20 for Yuki.
As
What do me and the puppy see?
I'll say that you and the puppy and Enoch here. I'll say you two, as you're going to turn to leave, you hear the sound of footsteps coming from just outside of the ruins that you're in.
Oh no.
And Yuki, Dan, you hear in your mind, we have company. They fled.
Someone's coming, guys.
Hostile.
What is?
Not sure.
It looked like one of those regroup people again.
Oh great, the Arcane Brotherhood. Be prepared for them to throw fireballs.
You say that out loud to everyone or in her head to me?
She said that specifically to you, Dan, in your head.
I'm still asleep. I should probably wake up.
Oh yes, Tyrant'sbane, give him a thump awake.
Oh, of course. And he will go ahead and just take your head and just lightly jostle it with his giant meaty hand.
I'm awake. Yuki's been messaging me. Apparently, Arcane Brotherhood was over there. She saw red robes.
And these are the people that you are hostile with or on strange terms with?
We never got to really establish terms. They tried to kill us on sight, and the one that survived bargained a puzzle cube for their life.
I'll say this: if they're looking for the cubes, and they have the means to get them.
Well, and Tyrant'sbane will, let's see, what would be best for these people? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. He'll plot his warhammer instead, off of his side, and his shield, and look over to Verosia. May I give the order to muster?
As you wish.
You will hear Tyrant'sbane go ahead and step forward with a stomp, like a loud stomp, to get all the Minotaur's attention. And in Minotaur, he will just yell, "To arms!"
All right. Well,
And if you weren't asleep now...
Oh, wait, no.
Speaking of which, while I'm getting things set up here, this seems like a very good place to take a break.
Oh, dude, let's do this.
Hey,
Time.
Kitty, we're about to fight.
Yeah. So, have I rested enough, or still gotta get a little bit more?
I'll be generous and say it's been long enough of your time hanging out with him. You gain the benefits of a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dan
no,
just missed all the lore.
I picked the softest moss, after all.
True. It was
Before
really
before I
comfy.
go on my break, I'll say, like, in character, Zeno would really quickly bring Dan up to speed.
Good.
All right.
I was gonna say.
So
you
now
could
he
brush-
won't have to say, hey, leader Minotaur lady, how are you?
Like, I'll do there's too much. Let me sum up.
I just like to imagine that Tyrant'sbane, while he's grabbing for some moss, secretly grabs the components for a catnap moss. Inadvertently.
I was actually just having this conversation the other day with someone who's been helping me work on my Warlock homebrew module, and I was just like, you have no idea how kind I was to you and all other DMs for not giving one of these Warlocks an invocation that lets them cast Catnap. Because that's instantly a spell that turns a short rest into 10 minutes.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, especially for Warlocks, because that gets you back all of your spells.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be broken as hell.
Well, no, it's pretty fairly easy to balance, especially because technically the caster of Catnap can't benefit from the Catnap. But if you're in a party of all Warlocks, then
Yeah. Then it
I
can
just
get
imagine they
broken.
all high five and pass out at the same time.
Exactly.
All right! Whump.
I like to imagine it's like the Kruger clone bone from Archer. Clone bone!
Am I the real one? Yes, I have this bow tie.
Oh. Good job.
Some water, I'll be back.
Alright.
I'll stick around. Hey, chat. Got a lot of new people in here. How are you enjoying the fun? Also, if you're enjoying these D&D shenanigans, this week we have our bi-weekly Strixhaven campaign, Saved by the Spell, which is myself, Zymocyte, Colonel Gilgamesh, aka CG, X Wiley Willie, and Shadow Dancer Bob, being DM'd by our lovely friend, one JFrost747. So, if you like the idea of a Harry Potter-esque mage college, maybe stop on by. Also, if you want to catch up, since I know a lot of people are pretty much starting right here in the dead center, I will drop a link to the YouTube where we keep all of the VODs for these streams, as well as for the Saved by Spell streams I was just talking about. Do. Now to see if I am faster than El Robot. I was. The power of stream delay. But yeah, no, this is great. Also, only in D&D can you get the character who is partially raised by goblins be somehow the most well-adjusted one in the party.
Back.
Welcome. Now that you're back,
That's
I'm going to
true.
step away. I'll be returning shortly.
Trying to sort this stuff out here.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
And lo, have I returned.
So welcome back.
Yeah. Also, anyone here watching Moon Knight?
I haven't.
I'm
yet.
Is
not
that
only
already out?
because
Yeah. I think we're up to episode 5 of 8.
Yeah, like-
where the heck can I watch that?
that's on Disney Plus.
or several other sites because hey, Disney's done some stuff that we don't like to support on this channel. Say gay. Go ahead, say gay.
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 But yeah,
Okay.
I'm holding off on watching only because I learned my mistake. I learned from the mistake of both WandaVision and Winter Soldier. I'm going to binge watch everything.
that is... Oh, go ahead.
You said say gay, and I just thought, I'm just like, that's all of my neighbors in this building.
But yeah, Rabbit, you'll like this. So after watching the second episode where you get to a little bit more of the actual plot of the show starting, I loved it because I'm watching it with a Storyteller's Apprentice, X Wily Willy, Dr. Caliban, whenever the episodes drop each week.
Sick.
And after the second episode, I just turned to everybody and go, how does it feel to know this story is basically just two warlocks fighting because their patrons are pissed at each other? Because once you see like what happens in the second episode, you're just like, yeah, no, that's basically it.
Knowing from what I know about Moon Knight, that's actually really accurate.
I don't know much about Moon Knight. I know he was in Spider-Man Web of Shadows, and Dracula owes him money.
You know, the sad thing is that that's one of the most famous passed around pictures of him, and it wasn't even real.
Oh, it's only a matter of time before some writer is just like, that's an easy meme to make. Let's go.
I mean, yeah.
Let's make this canon.
It's Oscar Isaac. He probably did it himself.
I mean, to be fair, they have gotten more off the rails with Moon Knight to the point that, yeah, going off of what teams he's been added into in Marvel in the last few years, I'm pretty sure he's fought Dracula. I think he was in the most recent adaptation of Conan joining the Marvel Universe.
No, just go ahead and act one, scene one. He's just like kicking in like the door of a lab, and he's gonna beat the fuck out of Morbius, and he's just like, "All right, Dracula, you fucking nerd."
My favorite.
Dracula! Wait, really? Ah, fuck.
I traveled to a whole other
favorite
multiverse
scene.
for this.
My favorite actual like panel from anything Moon Knight related is him and Spider-Man are talking or like standing next to each other like I think it was during Infinity Crusade or something like that. It's like Gamora has the Infinity Gauntlet and he's like, "Hey Spidey, I completely spaced out. What's going on?" But Spider-Man's like, Gamora has the Infinity Gauntlet. She's about to try to kill us all. Okay, who's that? Just punch the person I'm gonna punch. Okay.
Well, no, you missed the part where he's like, I thought that was She-Hulk. But yeah, no, there's a lot of great moments. Another great one when he just meets Punisher and they're bantering back and forth because they hate each other. Moon Knight, Punisher. Still crazy? Yeah. Family still dead? Yeah.
I think I've seen that, actually.
Again, that's something that I want to see in the real show, like, because they confirm that the Defenders are gonna show up, so that means that Punisher's gonna show up again.
But yeah, so do we have everybody back?
I think so.
I think so.
Pretty sure?
Only person I don't see line up, Chaco, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, then I think we're good. Switch on.
No momentito, por favor.
Real quick, speaking of Marvel, I'm really happy that they're actually doing the Jane Foster as Thor thing, but I'm really pissed off at the internet for showing everyone that's like, yeah, no, this sucks. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's in canon with the comics, so yeah, just suck it up.
When are we getting that horseman guy in Thor, though? I forget his name.
Oh,
Beta Ray
Beta Ray Bill, that was it. I remembered as soon as I said it, too.
here's the sad thing: like we don't know if he. I don't know if he is coming because they actually had him, like the bust of him in Ragnarok as one of the former champions in that one place Hulk was at.
Aw,
So we
damn
don't
it.
know if he's alive or not.
What should be
'Cause
sadder is we got Frog Thor before Beta Ray Bill. Technically.
Wow.
We got Frog Thor and Alligator Loki.
Because I missed Ragnarok and I just haven't taken the time to actually watch it yet.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. It's like I'm someone who does not like the Thor movies, but that's like one of my favorite Marvel movies in general.
I mean, I watched the one with the Dark Elves, so I'll probably like this one.
I don't remember watching The Dark World. It like I tried to stay awake for it, and like I nodded off in the movie theater. I drove back with my friend, and I was just like, I can't believe I fell asleep in that. He goes, honestly, it's good that you fell asleep during that. You would have hated that movie.
I remember, like, I don't think I hated it, but I remember nothing about it. So I feel like that says volumes about it.
No. What says volumes about... Go ahead.
That's his thing about it, too, because I was trying to just get something, because, like, I fell asleep when it was a really long out scene of just like, yeah, I get it, she has the MacGuffin, da-da-da-da-da. And, like, I was like, I was like trying to glean some information from him, and he was the same way. I was like, what was it about? He goes, I don't know.
Here's my funny Thor, the Dark World story. And it's the only thing I remember about that movie, actually. I'm in the movie theater with my buddy, just like you were, Rabbit. And there's this scene where Thor's at a wash station, shirtless, and just rubbing water over his, like, bare chest. I just lean over to my friend and just go, whoa. I didn't know we went to see Hercules instead of Thor. At which point we both started dying laughing, and that was the only time we enjoyed the movie.
I liked Ragnarok. I liked that it leaned into the funny a lot. And honestly, they had like Jeff Goldblum in it, so like they needed it. I mean, it's Jeff Goldblum. He's funny. I could see a movie just about his character in that movie. Like that's all I like. God, it was a fun time.
The scary thing is, in actual cosmic Marvel, his character is one of the most powerful beings in the universe.
Yeah, it is.
He just likes partying too much to do anything seriously, I guess, huh?
Basically.
I just love the post that. Great job. It's a tie.
When are we getting Howard the Duck the movie again?
I don't think the world's ready for a full-on Howard the Duck movie.
So my mom, like, she watches Marvel movies and whatnot with us sometimes. That one scene with Howard the Duck, she was like, they need to make that fucking movie. Like, that's all she said. She was like, that one. Apparently, Howard the Duck is, like, the only comic book character she's ever liked.
Wow. I know very little about Howard the Duck, but I think one of the animated Spider-Man cartoons, he was looking at a list of the most dangerous threats on Earth the villain made. He's like, how the hell am I behind Howard the Duck?
You do not fuck with Howard the Duck, all right?
You don't.
He is if Donald had calm rage at all times.
Oh my god. I would love for them to do a Howard the Duck movie. I don't know who they'd cast, but like if they do it in the style of like a shitty noir film, that would be perfect for Howard the Duck.
Well, technically, since he's been concurrent in all of the Marvel things, it would be Seth Green.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Perfect. I have no problems with this. Let it roll. Let the dice roll.
Let's Seth Green. Let's go.
Dice roll.
All right, so we ready?
Yeah, once I finish just a couple of things here, I can bring you guys over to the map, and then we can get started with this properly.
All right.
Come on. Map, why are you doing this to me?
Well, that's going on. I had a random thought the other day about an interesting Warlock patron that I don't know if you've made yet, Vaughn. Or not a patron, but a pact. A Warlock who communicates with their patron through a ceramic doll. A creepy Victorian ceramic doll.
Ah, that's horrifying.
Are you just trying to make Annabelle real life?
No.
That reminds me of an idea I had for a great old one, Warlock. I was playing The Evil Within. I know, surprising. And that's one of my favorite games. And I was inspired to make a great old one based off of Leslie, who's an institutionalized individual. But when he gets lucid, that's the danger part.
Yeah, I was actually in one of Mark and Thero's Pokemon streams, and they were talking about the idea of a Warlock patron who's between like a Fiend and a Celestial. And I was like, well, I mean, I could actually make that work to where you're a Warlock with two patrons that are constantly competing against each other.
Heaven or hell, let's rock.
See, my immediate thought from that is, so you're saying that your patron would be Virgil from Devil May Cry. Or not Virgil, it's Nero.
Nah, I'm switched. No, we're not doing anime bullshit. We're doing full cartoons. Angel on one shoulder, devil on the other. Let's rock.
Ah. There we go.
You have Cuphead on one shoulder and the devil on the other. It's very rubber hose animation.
Yeah, no,
Peak rubber hose.
I've actually been working on the flavor text for all of my Pact boons recently, and I just finished writing for Pact of the Claw.
Is that like a werewolf patron?
No, it's a Pact boon, like Pact of the Tome, Pact of the Blade, Pact of the Chain. This one, it's something pretty simple. Your Warlock decide, hey, not Warlock, your patron decide, hey, you're not hitting things hard enough. Here's an Eldritch Claw that you can use to just beat the shit out of things.
Oh, that's very Code Vein. I like that.
All right. I think as I bring you guys over to the map and as you begin the call of rally to arms, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the initiative tracker and say, let's go ahead and roll some initiatives.
Okay.
You got it, Sassafras.
Oh, that makes sense.
For a second there, I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of enemies. Oh no, those are all the cows.
And Yuki with the natural 20. I'm rolling shit, but Yuki is fire.
I have an 8.
I think that's their second or third natural 20 tonight, now that I think about it.
Yeah, she's gotten quite a few.
Okay, there it is. I was
6.
about to say, our tanks rolled in double-digit initiative. Oh, there's Tyrant'sbane.
Yep, there's me. Don't worry, I'll be able to go ahead and drive the old car over to him.
Alright, so that's for them. This is for them. Ooh, okay.
So if we go for mod, Zeno goes before me.
Alright, so for Orvex, rolled a 14.
Oh, if only I had a single spell component.
It's coming up, I promise you. Let's see. Oh boy. The Minotaurs. They rolled a natural 1. Oh boy.
Fantastic.
You know what? That's fine. They can still do cleanup just well enough.
Alright. So, let's see. Go ahead and sort these. Let's see, I believe Elise goes before Orvex because she's got the higher dex. And then I'm trying to remember. Zeno, Dan, who was going first for you two?
I would go first. I would 2.
Yep, and I've got a 1.
Okay, so that's been posted properly. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We'll start off with Yuki then.
There are 20 enemies here, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a lot of... That's what we call a target-rich environment.
Just gonna casually above game remind you, Zeno has a lightning breath potion I gave him, if you want to use that at all.
Yes,
This seems like an appropriate time.
This is the perfect time to use that.
Alright, let's see what Yuki can manage to get herself into. Well, she can't really get very close, so I guess she'll just stand right here. I think that was exactly 30 feet. I suppose I could have her dash if I really wanted to, but I feel like getting her immediately into the danger yet. So yeah, I think she's just gonna stay there and bark from a range.
Bark as a minor action.
Alright. Next up.
Okie dokie. Well, from where I'm standing, Enoch will go out. Oh.
Before that first,
Oh.
actually, somebody else that you can't currently see from in there rolled before you went, Enoch. And you hear a voice call out, "Rather bold of a bunch of interlopers to get in our way."
Do I recognize this voice?
Do any of us recognize this voice?
Not quite. I'm just trying to see. Nope, you haven't heard this voice before.
Fair.
I must admit, it was rather nice of you to let Thasma go.
That was her name.
Yep. And this is how you repay us. And shakes his head.
I fear you may have misjudged your odds.
Alright. At which point, Enoch, it's your turn.
Okay, as I was saying, Enoch will go out here, step 1 foot to the side to leave path for the charge, and then he'll look out. That's a lot of people, but these are also the Manchi people, so I'm gonna hold on to my say no button. Instead, Enoch is going to use a bonus action to summon his sword into his hand, and then I'm gonna start a blasting.
Alright, which one are you blasting?
Closest one. So that's a 12.
Okay. 12. Let's see. That hits.
Ooh, sweet. And that's 9 force damage, and same guy. That's a 24.
That'll also hit.
So he takes 11 total.
Okay.
And Enoch will basically just stand there and keep an eye out for wherever a magic bullshit will start happening.
Alright. Next up will be Elise.
Alright. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm assuming this is the door.
Yep, it is a set of double doors.
Alright. And 35. Can I see anything from here?
Yeah, you can. I'll say you can get a sight on all of these slugs that are out here. Sure.
Alright, which one's the one that Enoch hit?
The one that's currently in front.
Alright, he's getting hunter's marked.
Okay.
$23 to hit.
Alright, roll all of your damage.
15 damage total for the first shot.
Alright, he's not looking pretty.
Soft 20 for the second shot.
Alright, roll damage.
And 14 for the second shot.
For the glory of the... As, this one just gets absolutely demolished up front. He is dead.
So he's just gonna get focused and get ready for the next, get ready for her next shot.
Alright. Next
That's
up will be
turn.
Orvex. He'll look to the rest of you inside. That's a Migra. I can't have her see me. You all go out first. As he just kind of shuffles towards the back. And that will bring us to Wick.
Okay, I'm gonna waddle on up to the door. I'ma not block it though.
And Rabbit, you vaguely remember one of the lads talking about a swarm of pumpkin children. And sure enough, you see Wick start to glow, and he makes, where is it? Where is it?
Let's find it.
Oh, it is time.
This time if I can click on it, where the heck is it?
Summon
Oh, there it is.
Guardians.
Holy cow. Ugh. Summon the minions.
Spirit Guardians.
Oh no, now just
Yes.
imagine all the pumpkins talk like minions.
No.
15
This
foot,
is-
right?
This is now canon. Yes.
Bizarre hunger for bananas.
Wick is a cleric, so therefore the minions are illuminated. Or illumination.
Damn it, rabbits!
You asked for me!
I know!
Be careful what you wish for, Vaughn. You got it.
I'm glad about this.
Listen, I love rabbit, but also loving rabbit means being prepared for cursed knowledge.
Alright, so that was your action for your Spirit Guardians. Anything else you wish to do, Wick?
I don't think I can do anything else, so that's me.
Alright. Next up will be the thugs. As they begin to charge. This one's not going to be so smart, so he winds up there. 10, 15, 20. He winds up there. He winds up there. He winds up there.
I know it doesn't matter at the moment, but their speed is halved while they're in there.
You are correct. So they all managed to charge. That one
Oh, these
dashes
poor
there.
stupid fools.
Hey, they're broad, not braids. Can't fault them for that.
Fair enough. They might as
The
well
one-
have kill me signs on them.
Yep, the ones that did enter need to make their wisdom saves as well.
Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them that need to make their wisdom saves. I need one more d20. There it is. Alright, so 2 pass and 3 fail, so that's 12 points on a failure and 6 points on a save.
And you know what? Hold on, I wanna see my thing really fast. Just because I want to make sure that I get it right.
We'll say that one takes half. This one over here takes full. This one over here takes half. This one over here takes half. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's all of them. And let's see. The ones that are in the back, let's say this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 of them. Rick, Enoch, and Elise are each going to take 2 heavy crossbow shots. Start with Enoch.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
The highest I have to hit you is a 12.
Okay, no.
Alright, Elise. A 16 for 1 to hit you.
I believe that matches.
Yep. Alright, so you take 9 points of piercing damage as a heavy crossbow bolt grazes your side. And for Wick, I'll say you also have partial cover. 1 just manages to hit you for 16.
Mm-hmm.
and you take 6 points of piercing damage from yours.
I just realized the three of us next to Tyrant'sbane had the highest AC of the party, and that we all only have 16.
Alright. Well, that concludes the Thugs' turn. Zeno, you're up.
Like, this is a really big tent, so I won't even be able to get out of it. Until I take an action of, like, is it an action or a bonus action to dash?
It's an action to dash.
So I'm right here, so... Yeah, because, like, just to get out of the tent from where I'm at is 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna move right here. And...
I'll say you see... From where you're at, you manage to see everyone except, we'll say, these two thugs and this one in the back. I forgot to hide him because he was on there, but that's fine. He didn't take a shot because he was too far back. But, yeah. You're able to see all of them except these two here.
So... let's go for it. If I am right here, would I hit majority of them?
What, the fireball? 5, 10, 50, 20. Yeah, you'd be able to hit the majority of them. Except for this one on the outside.
I would assume, like, if I aim right here, when are you going to hit this one or this one?
That would be correct.
And then maybe this guy right here at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do this.
Roll for wild magic detection.
That's a 7.
No surge detected.
And... ba-boom.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wow. All right.
Dex 14. Let's go. They're gonna get marred no matter what they don't get.
All right. Failure, barely standing.
Like, as you're counting the damage, like, as a free action, he's gonna look at Enoch.
Enoch's on the other side of a wall.
Oh, okay, there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, simplify this group roll. They all fail. They're still barely standing, however.
This is what happens when you let mages pick your battles for you.
Like, his first mistake was letting me know that I could see them.
The second mistake was letting you pick Fireball.
Alright, so that one failed and he's dead.
The second mistake was me being a wild mage and still doing Fireball, knowing that I'm a wild mage.
That one's dead. This one's dead. This one is dead. That one's dead. Man, just a whole lot of just clicking things and just letting them know, hey, you're dead. You do not exist. Have a day.
You lose. Good day, sir.
I said good day.
And people wonder why Enoch holds on to his spell slots at this point.
Why waste his when there are others who can do it for him?
It's very true.
All right. Next up is Dan.
Alright, so I've got a quick question. Could I use my full movement and also the broom, or do I have to use the broom as my movement? What's the ruling on that?
I'm not sure if you've had the time to get on your broom currently. I'll say you are just off of Tyrant'sbane's back. As far as using your movement, it would have to be one or the other.
That's fair. I figured I'd ask just to be sure. So I guess Dan will hop on the broom and say the activation word, Josephine. And let's see. Well, I want him to actually get out to see everyone.
Alright.
So, yeah, I guess I'll have him right near Enoch. He's not going to go too high up in the air. Just hovering on the ground at this point just to get the movement. And he'll hold out his spell focus for the crowd favorite, Trubum Lune. And let's get that moonbeam up in there. You know, that seems like a nice spot. They lived through the fireball. That shouldn't happen.
Yep. And just like that,
with that
they're
tag
all
team.
Yeah, no need to even roll the save for them. They will die.
Is it wrong that I just imagine Dan Tokyo drifting on his broom and just hearing Deja Broom?
Eurobeat intensifies as he flies out.
Wait, what's a Euro? Alright. Anything else for your turn then, Dan?
Let's see, that guy lived, but I think I'm good.
Alright.
Do you like my broom?
The first thing he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and hold out his. He's going to go ahead and hold out his hand, and he's going to have a sheaf of. It's primitive-looking paper, but he's going to hold it, and it's going to fizzle in. What color is Unk's light? Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to fizzle up in gold light, and he's going to cast Shield of Faith on himself.
All right.
He has 21 AC. Good luck breaking this cow.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't fuck with this moo-moo. And he's going to move 30 feet. And he's going to go ahead and do a very unique thing. He's going to he's going to put his left arm up to his crown, and he's going to pop off two things you didn't see on it. They are two nice-looking, really out of place on him, platinum rings.
Oh.
Mm.
And he is going to... Wait, you have a stem, right?
Yes, he does.
He loops one on your stem, and it glows with a golden light. And he says, and he'll say to you, "I'm not going to let you die again." And he's going to cast Warding Bond on Wick and himself.
To be fair, you've used Shield of Faith as a bonus action to cast, so you can't have a.
Oh, you can't cast 2 times. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We'll do that next turn.
But you can still give Wick the ring and save it for later.
Oh yeah, I will. I'm going to look at Wick and say that's something for later.
Oh, boy.
There's a special tool that'll help us later.
All right, and that will be the end of his. No, wait, I have a javelin. So hold on. How can I wing a javelin? How far is a javelin? I've never thrown javelin.
30 feet, 60 feet, disadvantage. You've got plenty of people that are over here that are within range.
Oh yeah. That one dude who's in the circle was like, "I'm not dead yet." No, we're changing that. Okay.
I'm not dead yet. Interesting.
Oh yeah, actually, this one is obviously dead.
Oh, cool. All right, then we're gonna go with this guy.
Oh, this guy that's looking good. A 10 will miss, unfortunately.
All right, I got 2 attacks. I got multiple javelins. So Tyrant'sbane isn't much of a thrower. So
He's more of a hit kind of guy.
So a 9 will miss.
All right, and that'll be the end of my turn.
And in Minotaur, you hear your brothers cry out, Tyrant'sbane, "For Napoka!" as they begin to charge out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. this one's going to run, and you see him as he drops his head. He's gonna charge. And these two, at least over here, are gonna go in for a gore attack. Oh my god! Well, the first one
even going to last one round.
Like I said, never let mages pick your fights for you.
Alright, guys, we got this. It's just a bunch of summoners and a bunch of minotaur. We got this.
First of all, minotaurs plural is always a bad time.
Yeah. Especially if you're a melee fighter, because you're gonna have to deal with them on their terms.
Yeah, this one's gonna miss with his attack. Actually, he gets that is an advantage. Oh, that's gonna be a hit. Yeah, these two just lower their horns and plow through and just drop those two. And he's got just enough room. He'll also do the same. Oh yeah, he also manages to plow through that one.
Dear Lord, it's just like having an aggressive offensive line.
You have to understand
it's literally
how
a bunch
happy I was when Milla was like, "You're part of a group of minotaurs," and I went, "That's gonna fuck up whoever fucked with us."
That's gonna hit
Say
there.
this so that everyone knew what would have happened otherwise. If it had somehow gotten to my turn, I was gonna actually use that breath weapon. Because I would have actually been able to get outside.
Yeah. See,
rainy day, just a little rainy day thing.
I was worried that I might get attacked by one of these guys because I'm low to the ground. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I just realized, Rabbit, these minotaurs feel a lot more like Beastmen or Chaos Chosen when it comes to the fact that they're just running down. They're blitzing with their frickin' horns.
Look, one of my favorite things was I've never played Paladins that much. The only other one I ever played was in Jake's game back when I visited him last year. And so I was like, I need some fun stuff I can do for bonus action. And then Minotaurs were like, I got you, fam.
There's a beef pun in here somewhere, but I'm not going to.
Don't take offense, don't worry.
Alright, well, that concludes the Sunblade Warrior's turn. That'll bring us back around to Yuki then.
Alright. Let's see. Can she get through the beef to anything important? Not really. She can get outside.
Yeah.
Call ourselves the Sun Blades of Arby's because we got the meats.
Damn it, I just thought about that.
I guess you could do a dash at this point.
Yeah.
Just to be somewhat relevant.
A new creature, the Wall of Beef.
Turn, I guess.
Alright. It's at this point, seeing how they have gravely overestimated you, you see that emerging from seemingly thin air, you see three individuals wearing red robes, one of which you easily recognize as Asthma, and one other mage that you don't recognize, and another, as well as another one who seems to be like they're in charge. She says, "Alright, that's enough. Men, lay down your arms.
I warned you.
Obviously, we are no match for them. Would you consider a truce?"
Go ahead.
I mean, really, if you had asked nicely, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, you attacked us.
Yeah, no, Enoch just gestures at the dead bodies? Sure, why not?
You know, I think we're in a good position to negotiate.
Is it the same lady as before?
One of them is.
I mean, lady, for fuck's sake, you saw what we did to you last time. You didn't think to stop them?
Tyrant'sbane from within the temple will bellow, "Your truce will be accepted! However, for the sake of your dead, we will negotiate further."
Yeah, what he said. Really, this is their home. I feel like they should have the final word. So that sounds fine to me.
You know, I agree.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Very well. You may have them. We have no need for such of them that are still dead, but for the ones at least that are still alive, we would very much like them.
He's gonna keep his moonbeam out just in case.
Just step around the orb.
Yeah.
Well, can I have permission to step outside the temple since it looks like combat's ended pretty badly in their favor? Like they got fucking whooped really bad. Cool. I will then step out, still with shimmering golden light, since the Shield of Faith is still a thing right now.
Yep.
Mind the angry moon.
And the pumpkin children playing patty cake. Don't mind them.
I was gonna say, Wick, is Spirit Guardian still up?
How long does that last? I need to double check.
A minute?
I think you're right.
I'll check moonbeam too, just cause.
10 minutes. No, they'll stay there and play patty cake for 10 minutes.
Shield of Faith will last 10 minutes too. He's gonna be radiant for a hot minute. I'm gonna scoop that ring off of your stem, and then go. This is for later, and he will reattach it to his crown. You get the feeling that it probably was part of the crown, and he was like, "Yeah, no, this will work."
Zeno also stepped out, and remembering the like, in case this goes south, he has his hand at the neck of the potion.
In a Muin, while he walks past you, he'll regard the patty cake creatures, and you can't understand what he's saying, but he says, "Oh, that's cute." He'll look at his men, and in a Muin he'll go, "Defensive line, 2-point charge."
Yes, sir. As I'm just gonna go ahead and start deleting the bodies that are.
They're basically just scenery now.
This one, Tyrant'sbane will glower at, and he will say, "Leave." And he will do an intimidation.
Sure.
It's an 11 on intimidate.
And I will gently remind you, if you so choose, you do have inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Let's do an inspiring intimidation. That's a nat 20.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, this guy sees this glowing, giant, over 7-foot tall minotaur.
I like
he
to
does
think
the
that
Homer. I just like to say for flavor, he just does the Homer Simpson yell and goes, "Ah!" as he goes. Please.
It was like Tyrant'sbane was like, "Leave." Grabs his axe. "I'm not asking."
Yes. He went, "Yes, sir." I'm gonna scream and run.
Enoch will just yell, "Hey, Thasma, you got any more puzzle cubes?"
Thasma just kind of looks over towards the one in charge. "My lady, should we really resort to helping them? It's for the betterment of our cause, Thasma."
Look, either you help us out, or we're just gonna go through it anyway. So it'd be a lot easier for everyone involved.
Yeah, you can't.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, yeah, you can't go anywhere with only a few of them, and we've got basically all of them. So,
What is your intention with these cubes?
Wanted to use them to gain access to the tomb, of course. As the one wizard who was in charge steps slightly forward. We seek answers for what lies inside of it.
well, we're fixing to open it up too. As long as you're not gonna make the death curse worse, we don't mind.
Yeah, honestly, it's attacking everybody you come across. It's only going to hinder you more than help you out at this point.
People seem unaccustomed to this land. Broken as you are, the jungle will take you out far before we could.
In all honesty, we thought, merely biding our time, we could have simply overtaken you, but I must confess I will admit when we are outmatched in this regard. Thasma, give him the one we've got. Are you... Very well. And Thasma walks up and takes one, and she seemingly walks within range, and Enoch, you see floating towards you via mage hand, there is a another cube that seemingly makes its way to your possession.
Yep, Enoch will take it. Which puzzle cube is this?
This is a puzzle cube that is bearing the image of a grong upon it.
Okay. Try to remember. That one wasn't Moa. That one was... Was that...
Ooh, I know!
Tell me, Rabbit, please.
Oh, fantastic! I will tell you the name. I had it. God damn it. Nang Nang. His name
I was
is
gonna
Nang.
say, I
All
think
right.
it was Nang Nang.
Thank you.
Yep, you have Nang Nang's puzzle cube.
Nang. Appreciate it.
We had to fight our way through quite a group of grong in order to acquire that one.
Yeah, that happens a lot around here. Mostly all we ever got for fighting Grung was poisoned.
I mean, I got some vials of poison that we can use at any point.
Okay, we got poisoned and we also acquired poison. My point still stands.
Funny thing about that shrine of Nang Nang's, it seemed like everything that was inside of it were just piles of treasure, but as soon as we went to leave with it, they all proved to be false. Gold coins were nothing but tin discs, and expensive pottery was nothing but trashy clay. Quite the trick, if you ask me.
It's hilarious.
To prey on greed.
Just be glad you...
Paladin is not happy.
All right. Well, I do have one question. Was this the temple that was surrounded by lava?
No, we hadn't been out to that one yet. That was one that was on the north side of the palace.
Yeah, it's honestly one we were kind of avoiding making, honestly, because, I mean, lava.
Well, in the spirit of not trying to massacre your entire group, you should also be careful. Besides the Yanti, there's now also a night hag out here.
Oh, we are quite aware of the Yuan-Ti, as far as what they've been after. But it seems like they're the ones that are going around defending the shrines and anything. Yes, that's another thorn on our side that would have to be dealt with soon enough.
I would like to detect surface thoughts.
Okay! Detect surface thoughts with your helm of telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to let you know, every time you've used this, Tyrant'sbane has had to put down whatever you've read. It was the one time, but you haven't had a good track record with this with Tyrant'sbane so far.
Hey, second time's the charm.
Alright. As you're prying into the surface thoughts of this woman, She is feeling, equal parts bitter, ashamed. You get the sense of... some slight condescension on her part towards you.
You know what? Who cares? We kind of have her on the run. I'm gonna go deeper.
Alright, so that's gonna be a wisdom save, DC 15. Yeah, she fails.
Good.
And at that moment, as she winces, as she knows that she's probably to your mind, you get the sense that she's getting the sense that if she plays along nice with you, she may be able to eventually get her hands on more of those puzzle cubes and eventually into the tomb. So you get the sense that she's plotting some sort of ulterior motive.
Oh, madam, I would strongly recommend you change your choices.
What the? Get out of my head, you wretched little thing.
I can very easily move the moonbeam. Wouldn't be hard.
Also, speak nicer to Wick. They're a treat.
What did you detect?
They are being kind now, but that is unlikely to stay that way. They are probably using us to do the hard work, and then wish to take the cubes later.
In that case, y'all go in the lava. Sorry.
Nothing so blessed for them. You wish to go ahead and spit on our culture and our land. Virosia!
Yes, brother.
We should escort them to the edge of the jungle.
Very, and I believe we should, brother. Men? Yes, ma'am. As you look down and you see at this point, the Sun Blades are beginning to approach towards him. At this point, they kind of raise up their hands. And as you do so, the three wizards seem to vanish again. And the other men just kind of look up and like, what? Where'd they go?
I have a feeling we're gonna see them again.
I will point at one of the soldiers. You.
Yes?
What is your name?
Travis?
I am called Tyrant'sbane of Omu. It is by my will and the mercy of the Sun Blades of Napoka that we will drive you to the edge of this jungle out of mercy. If you fall back on that mercy, I will cast you into the worst parts of this jungle myself.
I want you to roll an intimidation check with advantage.
Jin.
All right. We yield.
If you follow and do as we say, follow our footsteps. Sorry. Follow our hoof steps. We have hooves. Follow our hoof steps. And if the jungle finds it willing, you will be able to return to your families. It is mercy you would not see upon us, but it is mercy I give nevertheless. Do you understand?
Sure. I guess. Thank you. As they just the ones that are left, they holster to their, any of their weapons that they have, and they throw their weapons up, and the Sun Blades kind of look to you and, let us deal with this rabble ourselves, brother. It would seem that you have more pressing matters to attend to.
Of course. See it done.
It shall be. And as with their spears drawn, then they begin to march and they begin to lead them towards the southeast, or to the southwest.
Thank you, Jaylor. I will see you soon.
Of course, brother.
Well, that's one easy way to get a cube.
When all of his soldiers have left, and Varathia is not looking at him, and Verosia is not looking at him. Who's the closest one to me?
I think Enoch was on the map.
He looks over to you and goes, "Oh, God's good, that was scary."
Yeah, I'm kind of desensitized to it at this point, but it's good to have some of their ground in reality.
So that's 2 cubes we got with basically no work. Job well done. Well,
Enoch scrunches his eyes, remembering the last time we got one of these cubes, he was beaten with a club for several minutes.
Yep. Viosia's going to, as they're going to lead, Viosia's going to step forward and say, "Yes, brother, I will oversee the operation too, and make sure that this rabble follows their presence in our beloved Omu no longer. I expect you to do great work inside the shrine while we are gone, and to help procure more of the cubes in our stead."
We will obtain Oak's puzzle cube. And we're one step closer. Take heart. It will all be done soon.
May the land of Napoka guide you in whatever endeavors you take next, brother. Until next time. Hopefully not too soon.
I will clasp his arm in mine in a warrior's handshake. May Napoka rise to meet you in the dawn.
And she returns your warrior's handshake. Until then. And she goes to set up to escort the rest of the people out of the city.
Well, before we go to Unk's shrine, there's going to be a few less Minotaur here, but you've made your intentions known, and I thank you for that. If you feel hungry or need to rest beforehand, please.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. It's the least I could do. I must admit, I didn't really think, through all the expeditionaries I've seen, that your group would show promise and peace to us. Thank you.
We'll do what we can.
I must admit, I originally taught myself Common so I could better communicate to these people. And, well, and he waves to where he was shouting down the soldiers, doing that. So...
It's real impressive when you do that. Not gonna lie.
I'm merely a soldier, but Varosia gives me leave to go ahead and speak on her behalf at times. I'm not sure if it's because I bear Unk's blessing so strongly, or... Well, it's not important now. But come, if you need some mangoes or anything, we could go inside and have a bite to eat before we go.
I could eat. I was asleep for most of the meal.
That you were. Don't worry. I'm sure Taylor and Trey Lanks have saved some of the more ripe mangoes for you.
Yeah. Also, Dan, did you know about those things called oranges?
Oh, yeah, I think I've read about them. I don't think we had many near Red Larch.
Real uninspired name.
Yeah, I don't know who came up with the name. Kind of boring, isn't it?
But
This is a
what-
color.
Actually,
But what
I think they
came
named
first?
the color after the fruit.
What came first?
What came first, the color or the fruit?
Again, Enoch just finger up, finger down.
Meanwhile, Dan on his broom pondering. Did came first.
You expeditionaries have some of the strangest jokes I've ever heard.
Okay, like if I ever make another bard character, I'm gonna make it where instead of vicious mockery being insults, it's gonna be like existential crushes like this.
I just love it.
I also like.
Go ahead.
I also
Oh.
like to imagine that once those 10 minutes are up, the little pumpkin children start like running towards the tent for lunchtime, and then they just kind of poof as they go through the door.
Aw, poor
Aw.
things.
Alright. So, for the sake of brevity, if you were to take the time to eat here, you would gain the benefits of a short rest,
Alright.
if you so desire.
Yeah, I got my
Yeah.
spell slots back. Wait.
I do one hold hit dice and get my health back. That sounds good to me.
While we're taking a break, Dan's gonna look at Tyrant Bane while Yuki's on the ground. Hey, Tyrant Bane, want to see a cool trick?
You have.
Dan's gonna snap his fingers, and Yuki's going to look exactly like Tyrant Bane.
Your pet can take my form.
Anyone's form, actually. He'll snap again, and now there's two Dans.
And you just see, as Yuki kind of takes the form of Dan, you can just see, she walks backwards and actually kind of stands back to Dan.
And then they spin around each other. All right, now which one's the real Dan?
Oh. I have. Tyrant Bane will reach to his pouch in his belt and produce a strip of dried meat.
You see,
He will wait for the Dan's.
You hear in your voice,
oh,
strong.
my- oh,
Dan in his head. Hold strong.
oh, but I want to have some meat.
I just imagine that the Yuki Dan is just actually shaking.
Just that slow
He's like,
vibration.
"You're a goofy goober, yeah."
that is the best way I've heard it to tell which one there's a part, honestly.
You're a goofy goober, yeah.
Dan's gonna sigh. Okay, go for it.
And you see one of them just kind of walks forward towards you and just kind of extends their hand.
Oh, come, eat your fill. You're a brave beast. And full of many tricks besides.
I also just had
Kind of gives like a Kurt side looking bow.
I also just had a very humbling realization. We're a party of entirely rednecks and one community college kid.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. All right. So, you finish up your short rest, and you begin to set your way out next door to the shrine. And let me go ahead and pull you guys up over here. There we are. And let me go ahead and plot your tokens all over here.
Yay, we're out of the cursed water park.
Hey.
Oh man, someone went to the forbidden Six Flags.
Never go to the Forbidden Six Flags. Horrible.
The 7th flag.
But where's the 7th flag from?
You have to do a ritual to open a portal to get to the 7th flag.
Stop giving me ideas for stupid characters that make Monty sigh.
That's exactly what we're gonna do.
I was about to say, yeah, no. You say, hey, Monty sigh. You say, make me salivate. Yes, give.
The only reason I was able to make Wesley was because Connor was doing the campaign. So I was like, can I just make Wesley Willis? And he was like, fuck yeah. And I went, yeah, there you go. The other idea I had for a character where, like, Monty was like, no, was like, he was gonna be a wizard. I basically based him off of Matthew Lesko from the commercials where you could save money from the government.
Oh, I want to see him in that suit.
She was slightly on board till I showed him a picture, and she was like, absolutely not.
Meanwhile, I'm just cutting back to all the times that people are making jokes. Shut up, Wesley.
Oh my god.
Once again, everybody finds themselves right at the entrance where you see the swirling carvings that are on these two obelisks. And you see there is a decrepit-looking building that's off to the left over here, and you see the shrine proper with a set of 2 heavy stone doors in front of you.
Okay, before we go in here, I have one question, Tyrant'sbane. What's your people's stance on fighting actual flail snails? I only ask because every so often when we come out of one of these temples, one of the actual animals they depict is outside and either wants to fight us or doesn't want to fight us.
Religion?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm just gauging sacrilege here.
Religion, or would I just know?
From what you've seen around the shrine, you haven't seen any flail snails hanging around here, oddly enough. They're kind of rare when it comes to the chances of finding them in the jungle, I'll say.
Well, flail snails are a very rare creature. From what I understand, they're fairly passive. If you don't harass them, they should have no reason to harass you.
Okay, immediately, very much like flail snails, even more than already, so...
So Bumblebee rules, got it.
I was gonna say, so but the party already stands 2 gods now. Shanti and Unk.
Yeah. I guess we're okay with Tyr.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great thing. I can't imagine flail snails. I've never actually seen flail snails in all my time playing D&D, so it's just like, what reason would I have to fight you? It's a fucking snail. Like, it's like,
I mean, the
just
only
doing
thing
snail
is
things, eating snail leaves or something? I don't know. I imagine they'd suck if you're a gardener, but...
Well, all I'm gonna say is this: as someone who's fought in the Frog Wars, I've learned to assume any giant creature wants to hurt
What
me.
the fuck group did I get into? The fucking Frog Wars?
No, that's not this game. That's a different D&D campaign.
Oh, good. What the fuck?
See, I'm sitting here. Meanwhile, Wick just sweats.
The hordes of grungs that we've encountered in this campaign.
Yeah, that's a frog war in its own right.
Yeah.
There is a monumental thing of frog death.
Amphibia is a show about frogs. It is not a period piece about the horrors of war.
Actually, it is now.
Heavy.
I mean, okay, yeah, no, Shut up! You know what I meant. All right.
Anyway, back on track here.
Back on track. Come on.
All right, so where do you guys want to go?
I guess we'll check. Well, probably be a good idea to check out this one random building that should have nothing to do with it, hopefully.
All right, let me go ahead and reveal this.
As far as I know, I don't want to meta or anything here, but Minotaur would guard this place, right?
Yeah, they would guard this place.
Okay.
They don't really go inside it, but they guard the grounds at least.
We don't really. Then I'll announce it like that. Then we don't particularly go into the shrine out of respect, but we do patrol the ground, so it should be relatively safe here.
So,
oh, go ahead, Enoch.
I was gonna say, well, let's hope that you're right. The last few, or as you saw though, the last shrine, like they can be tricky.
Well, my friend, the jungle is always shifting. What is safe an hour ago may not be safe an hour later.
Yeah. Enoch just gestures to his scar-covered torso. I'd rather they be tricky than stabby.
I mean, sometimes, like, I think, wasn't there the one that shot arrows at everyone?
I just remember the one full of clay soldiers that nearly killed me and Wick.
Yeah.
Clay soldiers.
Yes, they were very unkind. They hurt.
A lot.
Of course.
Indeed.
Fascinating.
As Sarvix Tribe said. So, as you make your way over towards this little side workshop, the roof of this workshop collapsed long ago, and now a thick mass of plants grows from the rubble. Through the moss, you can see hundreds of iron keys hanging from hooks on the wall. Some are bent and broken, while others are rusted beyond repair. The rest looks serviceable.
Enoch sighs and just eldritch sight.
Eldritch sight. You don't detect any magic in here.
Okay, so they are just normal keys. Good sign for less danger.
Why do I feel like we're gonna need these at some point?
We should probably grab every single key just to be safe. Well, not the damaged ones, obviously. They're not useful for anything, but the ones that we can actually use.
Alright, so just in case, because I don't trust anything here, I'm going to mage hand as many keys as I can.
Oh god. Yeah, that's, like I said, it's literally like hundreds of keys.
Yeah. Like,
and you want to grab all of them.
I'm not going to grab all of them in one go, but like, I want to just try to grab them and see if anything getting off the hook would do something.
You go and grab one key, and you lift it off the wall. Nothing happens. Looks like a key. And as you make your way towards the set of double doors on here, Enoch and Tyrant'sbane, you would recognize that there's a cuneiform message that's written above the shrine, and it says, Unk urges us to contrast all options before acting.
Unk urges us to contract all options before acting. Or is it contrast all options?
Contrast.
To contrast all options before acting.
Enoch just reaches down and takes hold of Wick's scarf.
You
Must
beat me.
consider all options, including the unexpected ones.
Listen, Enoch loves Wick, but Enoch also understands the lack of impulse control. He can learn.
But Enoch, this is my moment. They're literally telling me to go search for other options. This is my moment.
Now, Wick.
You choose now of all times to leash me?
That's actually a character.
You cannot be chained like this.
Oh god, this is absolutely amazing.
dare you in the chaos reign?
Push on this door. Does it open or is it like closed?
The set of doors are closed at the moment.
May
And
I
it looks
try?
like they open, pushing towards the inside.
May I
I'm gonna
try?
just- Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
All right. Let's see. Elise and Wick, what are your strength scores?
I was actually gonna try something.
I have
Go
a
ahead.
12. So I
You
have
do
a
your thing
+1.
first.
Okay. What's your thing there, Wick?
Oh, he was actually gonna try something else. Oh, but if you really want to know, the strength score is 13 total.
13. Yeah, Wick and Elise, you two managed to push on one of the doors. And yeah, it takes a little bit of effort, but the two of you do manage to push it open. And... Oh, I didn't mean... I meant to reveal it, not hide it, dang it.
Oh no, the darkness!
I was just gonna say, oh no,
So yes, darkness.
I was just gonna say the temple too lewd.
Alright. So...
Too hot for Twitch.
A statue of a giant snail looms before you. In place of antennae, it has 5 pseudopods ending in rocky clubs. Along the walls, 6 iron keys hang in small niches above stone plinths. Behind the statue, a carved pedestal in a wide alcove has a keyhole set into its base. And before you can make your way into there, let's see, who's that made their way around there? Elise? As you're going to make your way around the shrine, you happen to notice, hiding behind the statue, gotta put you on the right layer. 3 undead creatures of some sort peek out and they look at you. And I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative again.
Ah, crap.
Boy.
Oh, yay.
Well,
12.
Yep. Elise just yells outside, we've got problems.
oh my god, I rolled high. What is this?
Oh, dude, same.
I was about to say, we can only have 2 tanks roll in double digits.
I'm going to assume since I helped
And
open
there's
the
an
door,
actual
I'm
for
up
me.
here.
What the hell?
It's here. And Yuki rolls low. I guess I switched with her for today.
Well, yeah, you swapped them around and you said which one's Dan. Oh, even the dice don't know.
That's true.
No, that's on me. I made Roll20 confused too. Was too good.
So who goes first in the scenario? Because I had a higher dex, but you rolled a nat 20.
When it comes to initiatives, typically I say the total value still goes first.
Because we both rolled 22. Me and Zeno.
In that case, I would default to the nat 20 going first, then, if it's a tie.
Okay.
Alright, so they have a +3 for theirs. So they rolled an 8. Meanwhile, Orvex at 11.
So they're tied with Yuki, but they'd probably go first because she has a +2.
They have a +3. So they would go first. Alright. So, Zeno, it's your turn.
Do I see all 3 of these guys from the doorway?
Perception check for me.
That's a 15.
Yeah, you see them.
Alright, bit of squeezed by Elise. drink the potion, and fire it at them.
Alright,
like,
so
right.
bonus action, you can drink the potion.
Or
And
do I have to? Is this star in the center? Is that a beam?
That's the statue of Unk.
I'm gonna come over here then, so I can actually I don't want to disturb that because I feel that's gonna be a bad thing.
Alright, for your breath weapon, is that a line or is it a code?
Let me. I know it's. We just.
I believe
picked
it's a
lightning
15-foot
breath,
cone?
but let me. Nope, that didn't give the text. It just rolled it for dragon breath.
It's just
Okay.
a 6-foot cube.
Yep, 15-foot cone.
There we go.
So yeah, you could anklet so it hits 2 of them, so let's see. That's gonna be a bunch of dex saves from them. So bonus action to quaff the potion, and then actually each of your turns to exhale the breath. Gotcha. Let's see.
So if I move if like I move a little closer, could I actually hit all 3 or?
Let's see. Yeah, if you move closer, like to about here, you can hit.
I'd say like right here.
Yep.
Whoosh.
So yeah, they all fail.
3d6.
Yep. Actually, yeah, I think it already rolled it.
Yep.
I think.
Well, I rolled it over there. If we want to take that one.
Okay. You know what? Since Dan's initiated it, go ahead and roll a 3d6. Zeno.
Hey, we got an extra 2 points.
9 points of fire damage. All right.
That was actually not fire damage, it's lightning damage.
Yeah,
Oh,
this was
lightning
lightning.
Lightning.
Very, very frightening.
And
Galileo.
Galileo.
Galileo Figaro. All right. Anything else for your turn then, Zeno?
Nope. So like, or for the theater of the mind things for the people in the audience, they like Elise and Dan and Wick would have seen Zeno go into the darkness, and a streak of lightning just go ahead hit 3 random creatures.
All right. Elise, it's your turn.
Alright. Go in this corner here. We're gonna hunter's mark this guy and take a shot. 13.
13. Let me see here. Close this out. See this creature's AC. 13 hits.
All the damage.
Yep.
16 points total for shot 1.
Alright, 16 total.
And shot 2. There we go, 29.
29, yep, roll damage.
10 and 15.
15. Ugh. Yep. Alright, anything else at least?
Nope.
As the arrows kind of hail, you hear these creatures with their lavish hustle. Pirates! That'll be now Dan's turn.
Well, I mean, they're lined up so perfectly, it would be a shame not to moonbeam them. But, how high is the ceiling? Can I fly on my broom to a certain height to see them without having to move?
The ceiling in here is about, I think it's about 20 feet high.
Okay, so I probably can't fly all that high, so I'm just gonna have to reposition myself to get a good look at them.
Yeah.
I'll go over
We'll
here
see.
with Zeno. Why not?
Yep. Within the entrance, it's 10 feet high, and then inside the shrine, it's 20 feet high.
Okay. I guess I don't really need to see him, just enough to see one and moonbeam on top of it.
All right.
Trabum Lune! And you know what? I'm feeling spicy because I only have 1 second level slot left. I'll cast this at 3rd level
Okay.
for an even
Alright.
angrier moon.
Alright, that's 2 passes and 1 fail.
Well, the one that fails takes 21. 21.
And this one just erupts in fire. So this one takes the full. And this one saves, so it takes half. So for a total of 10. Alright. Next up is Wick.
Alright. Did I hear those creatures say it hurts?
Oh yeah.
Good. Surface thoughts.
Yeah, for surface thoughts. Anger, hunger, pain.
Let's see. Also, what was that? Okay, that was just a bonus action. Cool. Well. Yeah, okay, cool. I can make that. Whoop. Is it dark in here?
It's currently glowing because of the moonbeam on there, but normally, yes.
Fair enough. That's probably not gonna work then. You know what? I'm not going to go quite that close. I'm gonna just do that there. I'm gonna do a heckin' guiding bolt.
Alright, on this one in the corner, I assume?
Yes.
Alright, roll the hit.
14 radiant.
Alright. Yeah, and a 20 does hit, so he does take that damage, and that one is glowing. Alright,
That's
anything
it for
else?
me. Yep, that's it for me.
Alright, Tyrant'sbane, you're up.
We're driving the car. Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dash and do a goring horn onto this one.
Okay. Charge!
Hearing undead, he's going to go ahead and just stamp his hoofs down, drag him, and then start running.
Mm-hmm.
Head down. Can I stand on top of this one? I want to stomp on top of his body for additional flair.
Sure.
Sweet!
Well, you're basically...
As you're just charging right into the light.
Oh, going straight into that moonbeam. Oh boy.
Yeah, we'll secure the damage as he ends his turn, so let's not worry about it till then. So
Let's
yeah,
see.
go ahead and roll the hit.
Alright. 23.
That hits.
Sweet. That is 5 piercing. We're gonna smite.
Okay.
Let's see. Smite. Where?
That'd be a 3d8 at just a first level?
Yeah, I'm using one of the first level slots. Is it 48 because he's undead?
It would be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it would be 4d8 because he's undead.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do a smite. Let me get this dice roller out. 4d8. 20, so it's 25.
Yeah, you just drop down as your horns are glowing and as it begins to turn to ash just from the divine energy just emanating from the horns, and you basically rip this creature in half and it just collapses and does the Revenant burnout thing from Halo 4. Oh, no, the Forerunner. Burnout. And since you're ending your turn in there, 2 things. First, I need you to roll I need you to roll 2 separate Constitution saving throws as you're standing next to guess out there. Actually, I need to double check something.
Yeah, sure. Take your time and then
Oh,
tell
wait.
me when to.
I take that back. You only need to roll one of these because as you're walking next to it, this one's a stinky boy, but that's right. You're a paladin at high level. You're immune to the poison of disease, I think. Or the poison of disease, right?
Yeah.
It's if you're talking about divine health, yeah, I'm immune to diseases.
Oh, diseases. Okay. Well, you'll still need to make another con save then. So first con save for the moonbeam, which is a 15. So you only take half. So you take 7 points of radiant damage, and then one more con save.
All right.
Okay, so we're going with the last roll. Okay.
All right. So yeah, it's a very stinky boy you're standing next to with all the rotting flesh. So you managed to keep yourself from not retching. So. All right. And then it'll. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying. I was saying my turn then.
All right. Orvex is going to just use a cutting action to dash. He's going to take a few steps over to here. See that one that's currently standing next to you, Tyrant'sbane, and he's going to take a shot at him. That's a hit. He also gets sneak attack with the crossbow. Yeah, he just manages to smoke that. Must have smoked that gold ahead, and he just crumples to the floor.
Ah, sweet.
And that concludes combat.
Dan's gonna immediately dismiss the moonbeam because Tyrant'sbane is inside it.
Ah, so that's what that feels like. Exfoliate.
Meanwhile, Enoch's just on the outside. I had no hand in that.
Enoch, what are you doing out there? Why do you still have my scarf?
Yeah.
First of all, you just ran off. I didn't have time to even catch up to you.
Enoch just looks down and Enoch just looks down. There's just a dotted outline of where Wick was.
Yeah, flashing.
A puff of smoke clears.
Like I'm impressed and also disappointed at the same time. Disoppressed, I guess. Here you go, Wick.
Thank you.
He looks down and a cardboard cutout of Wick just flops on the floor.
Well,
Forces outside of my control put me at the door. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm just imagining the heavy rain scene, only it's Enoch just yelling, Wick! Wick!
Alright.
well, I have the feeling that was the easier part of this.
Alright.
Your moonbeam is especially exfoliating. As Tyrant'sbane just taps his shoulder and lays on hand his health back.
No?
Oh yeah.
Usually it leads to explosive death. He points to the guests. I'm glad you were able to stand it. I mean, you're a big, tough guy. Makes sense.
Oh no. It's like getting I can't explain the feeling. Tingly.
Alright.
Food for thought. The other Minotaurs might enjoy that as a trial of their own strength.
That would be interesting.
Let's table that.
Dan just has the concern look on his face.
Enoch is blown past concern and is just throwing up Eldritch Sight to check and see if any of these like apparent keyholes are magical.
Let's see. You do detect evocation magic coming from the statue of Unk.
Oh.
As well as abjuration magic.
Okay. So I don't know what the names for it are, but I see the hurdy-hurdy kind of magic on the statue, as well as the protect you kind of magic on the statue. So I have a feeling that thing will hit us if we make a wrong move.
Well, we need to consider our options like it said outside.
Huh.
Slowly steps into the alcove.
Yep. So you walk up to the split, then yeah, you do see there's a key hanging up in there, Wick.
I see a key.
Well.
Oh lord, this is gonna be one of those things where we have to try every key in that other house, isn't it?
I mean,
Consider every option. It's actually a great teaching of Unk.
Zeno's gonna be right here and look at this one.
Don't read into what I did earlier as Unk's teaching.
All right. So I'll assume that you're each walking up to your respective plits and you're each going to grab the key.
Yeah.
All right. You each managed to grab the key that's hanging out from there.
I'm going to consider my key. Turn over in my hand. Anything fancy or flail snaily about it?
Okay, I have an idea.
Hold on, let him finish though.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Tyrant'sbane, as you're kind of looking over this, it's definitely your key kind of looks weird and funky. You wouldn't expect it to be like a normal key, but something's off about it. You're not exactly sure what. But you were saying, Zeno?
An idea that might make this easy for everybody. He walks over to the entrance. I'll stand here. I'm assuming that, like, above him, like, that's where the key goes.
Yeah, yeah, do you walk up and look at it?
Yeah, like, first I'll walk over here. Okay.
Yeah, you walk up to the
here.
pedestal, and yeah, you do see there is a keyhole towards the base of it.
So we don't know what all these keys do. And you said there's exploding magic and all that, right?
Yeah, the hurdy kind.
Alright, everyone get outside.
I think we should look at all the keys to see if there's any differences in between them before we start, checking keys.
Dan, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually do this smartly, use my mage hand, and try each key individually from right, or like, he's gonna point from right in the corner of that room. So if anything happens, it won't hurt me, it won't hurt anyone else in here.
Let's see.
One moment.
Before we try that, could I say something real quick?
Yep.
Hey Wick.
Yeah.
When you set those guys free from that cage, does that work on any lock?
Oh. I think it is non-magical that works. Hold on, let me go look at my my little guide here. Hold on.
Oh, I know what you're thinking about.
You just grab your stem and pull it up like a jack-o'-lantern and just reach inside, pull out a wreath of paper.
It says on the top, Wick's Guide to Shantae.
No. Shantae's Guide to Being Adorable.
Exactly. You got it.
Object in the door can be a door, box, chest, manacles, padlock, yada yada yada.
Oh, you talk about the knocks though?
Yep.
Oh, that's.
Shut by Monday.
Like above game, I hope you guys liked my idea.
Oh, I do. I just have a different idea.
We are considering our options, as it were.
Because this is not a puzzle where I have to stare at it for 20 minutes and go, shit, like that. Like the last one. I'm gonna tell you what, Mel, that last one was a friggin' doozy.
Yeah.
If you choose a target that is held shut with an arcane lock, that spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during which time the target can be opened and shut normally. So yeah.
Oh.
Theoretically, that would work.
That's an option that I'm not even sure Unk actually considered, so it might just work.
We can try that
first
again.
then.
Give me 1 second.
You were saying, Tyrant'sbane?
Give me 1 second. I want to consider something.
This is the place for that.
Unk did say to contrast everything before making an option. And like I said before, the charging into the moonbeam, don't regard that. I wasn't considering anything. I just saw an undead and saw red. So
Fair enough.
I'm looking up at the flail snailhead. How many heads are on top of Unk's uncleanness?
As far as flangibles, as I like to call them,
Yeah, little pseudopod blappity doos. How many are there?
there are 5 on top of his head.
Five flails, 6 keys.
Let me see who's next to me. Dan,
Yes.
let me see your key for a minute.
All right. Dan will hold out his key towards Tyrant'sbane so he can get it and take a look at it.
I'm going
Alright.
to rest his key on top of my key.
As you do that, Tyrant'sbane, you just kind of look at it. It does look like the keys kind of overlap similarly to each other.
Oh, I see. Everybody, hand me your keys. Let me see something.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hands
more
him
keys.
over the key.
Yep. Yeah, as you take each and every key, you manage to overlap them all to each other, and as you kind of look at it, the teeth that are on the keys, they actually look like a very fitting, normal-looking key.
Hold this. Let's see. This was my idea, so I'll do this.
All right, let's give him some room.
If anything happens, I don't want any of you to get hurt.
Also, Wick's icon just disappeared.
Now I'm just beneath
Oh.
Tyrant'sbane, yeah.
Oh,
I didn't see it happen on the screen.
neither did I.
So, Tyrant'sbane, as you walk up in with all the 6 keys overlapped as they are, you go to put them up to the pedestal and you realize that the 6 of them overlapped by themselves are too big to be inserted into the keyhole.
1 minute. His hooves will stomp over as he looks at the statue of Unk. And looking at the top of the key, does it look like bappity doos? Does it look like little flail Stanley bappity doos?
For flavor, we'll say, yeah, it kind of does.
I'm going to arrange the keys in such a way that it's the best I can do to make the top of the keys look like Unk's little pseudopods.
You do. Actually, the way that the keys themselves kind of overlap, it kind of gives that kind of a look already. But as you put it together, this actually looks like an actual key. But as you look down at this and you look down at there, the way that the keys are kind of situated in there, yeah, like I said, they're all too big as you stack them together to go inside there.
So even
Orvex.
stacking in 5 or 6 is too big?
I wonder, as Orvex kind of saunters over the Tyrant'sbane, you actually might be onto something. What if there's another key that looks just like that one? That's over, and he points back over outside towards the shop.
Oh,
It's
dear.
It's worth a look. It wouldn't be too hard to find a key as unique as this one.
Yeah, I was about to say, take a good look at the key.
All right.
Orvex,
So you guys
could
head back up. Oh,
Orvex, could you aid me? Hold these keys for me. I'll search and you can test.
sure. As it takes you probably about 10-15 minutes of searching between finding from your allies and the keys that are on you. But you look at the shed and you hold one up, and you do happen to find one that looks exactly like the one that's all overlapped in Orvex's hand.
Swap that for this.
You want me to? As he kind of hands over those keys, and all right, I can try it, I suppose.
Unless
Don't put it in the keyhole. Just set swap that key for this one I'm holding, and see if the combined keys feel right in your hands.
He kind of holds up, compares the stack of keys on here, and he kind of looks over there. Huh. Well, if you're talking about the notches in there.
Yes.
I think this is it. I think you've done it.
Hand it back to me. I'll test it.
All right. He hands you back the key from the shed.
Okay. And I will take this combined key, which we will call the Unk Unlocker.
The Unclocker.
Unclocker!
The Unclocker!
Alright.
Alright. You take the Unclocker, and you stick it in the keyhole, and find it fits. Do you turn it?
Yes.
As you turn the key, the pedestal grinds around on the spot. As it turns, an ornate stone cube corkscrews up from a concealed hatch in its surface. And as you go to collect the puzzle cube of Unk, that is where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Hey.
You went
I
from not being
knew
able.
I knew it was a slot puzzle. I have one on my desk.
But I say, way to go, Rabbit. You went from not being able to help with the last puzzle to solving this one by yourself.
I'm the puzzler.
Yeah.
I'm like, technically mine would have worked, but yours is a way more efficient way to do that.
Very
yeah.
good.
No,
Very
I
good.
love puzzles like that.
Alright, gotta add this puzzle cube in.
And I have to add this for posterity too. Okay, I'm just gonna have to float you guys back into here for one split second as I do a bit.
Go right ahead.
Where is it? Completed!
Da, da, da.
Alright.
Oh man, there needs to be more Minotaur playable characters in Final Fantasy. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that was a great session. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was real good, guys. Holy crap.
We
I also-
almost we one rounded a group of 20 people.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just waiting for them to show back up, and we just finally snap. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, robed mages?
No,
Yeah.
next time they show up, if Zeno sees that one lady, I didn't catch her name again. He's like, "Look, lady, you saw what happened the last 2 fucking times."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Phasma and Zamagra, as well as
Phasma.
the other
Phasma,
mage, which
yes.
I have
Sorry.
written on, which you haven't asked for.
I'm just imagining how many times we have to teach you this lesson. All of us roll our eyes and just AoE spell directly on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I am a genius! They get AoE'd. Oh no!
They're all just
No, next time they show up,
Zeno
Zeno doesn't even cast a spell. He just puts his hand up. Use prestidigitation to make a fireball in his hand.
Last
You run
person,
play again?
last person standing. I'm gonna ram them like a charger from Left 4 Dead 2.
Yes. Well, no, you're both a
Well-
charger and a tank.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagining Tyrant'sbane slams him, just keeps slamming them on the ground with his horn.
I haven't used the other thing yet that I can use with my horns. Minotaurs are just fun. They seem like great bully characters.
I mean, considering what they were added in with Mystic Odyssey of Theros, yeah, no, they're balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Well then, I think it's time for us to go around the horn. Milla, where can they find you?
Oh, Beans, be getting called out first. You can find me on Twitter at @MiddleNinjaNerd, where I usually post about various memes and goings on within my droll life outside of Dungeons and Dragons. And you can also find me occasionally streaming on twitch.tv/MiddleNinja whenever I feel bored and get back into Pokemon Legends Arceus. Also getting back into Satisfactory quite a bit. That's been a real fun game for me since they did a big update as of late. That's just kind of my big shut brain off, do things, even though it takes a little bit of math to do. But Aside from that, also Monday nights at twitch.tv/Jake. You can also catch me playing in that with Trials of Eidos, Legacy of the Deal Breakers. And that's been a rip-roaring time. Shit's been going down in that campaign. Holy shit. And we're not even to the climax, which is going to be the big old Steel Concordant coming up. And holy shit, dude, guys. If you haven't had a chance to go into this, I highly recommend it because there's some chef's kiss good drama going on. Aside from that, yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Well then, Caitlin,
If I have to pick, yeah, Caitlin, go. Pass the horn. I'm so used to doing it in our campaigns. I'm like, okay, Caitlin, go.
Hello, I am Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter, Caitlin C37, where I do art. Commissions are open, so if you want a painting done, you can just find all that information there.
Yes, and because I can actually do this now with just a press of a button, look at some of their amazing work as I switch over to the other setup I have for Dungeons & Dragons, where you can see the cover shot for Saved by the Spell, which Caitlin did a fantastic job on.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Next
Again,
up.
every time I see, I'm like, it's Bob. Because with the one character he plays every single time.
No. Bob plays a myriad of characters. He just wanted to play untraumatized Denier. That was literally his entire motivation for this. It's like, I want to play untraumatized Denier, and I want to be a cook like in Monster Hunter. We were like, okay. But, aside from that, DeLuna, where can they find you?
Find me stressing about my car on twitter.com/dluna1338. Yeah. $900 part that I need to buy to fix my car that's on back order for 2 months. Not fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like an ordeal.
Hey everybody, if you need a computer build, my build fee is 15% and shipping. I can work with any budget. Please help me out. Oh my god.
He does good work. His DMs are open. Check him out on Twitter.
Bill.
Yes.
Build.
Well, now.
Like, I'm legitimately freaking out about that because I'm like, oh god, I gotta that threw a complete monkey wrench in one of the main things that work I was planning for next month.
Well, hopefully we can help get you through it. Next up, Chaco, where can they find you?
You can find me here on Tuesdays playing as the Lees, and you can find me on Twitter at ChocoZombie101 for various things I tweet. You can find me lurking about on Twitch in chats at ChocolateZombie101.
Alrighty. Draco, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube as Draco Magnius, on Twitter at DMagnius, and here on Twitch at Draco_Magnius. So I've decided what I'm doing. Thanks to Robot, actually, I'm doing 2 games this week. On Wednesday, I'm starting Thousand Year Door, and on Friday, I'm doing Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age, the original one, not the souped-up definitive edition one, because I don't have that one. But, so yeah, we're gonna go on to Rogueport and have a grand old time in Crime Port. Rogueport. And in Echoes of an Elusive Age, we've just started, and we're the Luminary! And our entire kingdom was destroyed, and the town that we're raised is potentially going to get attacked because they don't like us for some reason. Hooray!
It's a typical JRPG story.
Oh yeah, the Legend of Treacherous. It's hard to be Treacherous.
Speaking of Treacherous, Rabbit, where can they find you?
Hey, what's going on? My name is Rabbit. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Hey Mr. Rabbit. I stream Monday through Friday if you like horror games, RPGs, and retro games. I'm your guy. I'm your dude. I'm your hombre. I'm your whatever. Nakama, whatever. I've been playing a lot of good games. We're just about done with Digimon. I'm also working on RuneScape. and which is one of the oldest games I could possibly find. And I'm working on depending on how things fall together. I'm gonna get into playing. I'm gonna get working into Ghostwire Tokyo. That's what it is.
Ooh, that sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun when you get to that.
Oh yeah, Ghostwire is gonna be weird.
Adult yokai watch? What?
Give me a cat. If you said adult yokai watch, I want that cat. I want that dumb chubby cat now.
Well, I know there's at least a few different kinds of cat yokai, so there's a chance.
I'm not looking for like cats or whatnot. I want the really fucked up one. Give me the paper wall filled with eyes. That's what I want.
Exactly. And finally, you have already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube at BurnoutVaughn, where I upload my VODs now, as well as all the episodes from here, Saved by a Spell. And hopefully soon, starting up, I'm going to be putting up my Bravely Default 2 VODs, because that game is ridiculously fun. Also, probably pick a day to do some more run around in Ender Lilies, because Little Girl Dark Souls has no right to be as good as it is, but it is fantastic. Oh yeah, no, like if you want a stream where you can turn off your brain and just have a fun Metroidvania Dark Souls game, Ender Lilies is 100% worth the like $20 to $30 it is on Steam right now.
Oh hot damn.
Yeah. But aside from that, be on the lookout for Saved by a Spell this Saturday and whenever else I can get some time here on Twitch. And so now, I think we're gonna go raid one very nice person here. So be sure to get your love out for them. 1 second. Make sure I'm spelling these right. Yes. We are going to raid the lovely one Miss Kelly AFU. So be sure to get the dutes out. But before we go, we got to sell the quote of the week thanks to L Robot, which of course goes to Wick. You choose now to leash me?
How could you do this?
You choose now to leash me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's probably just going to be the YouTube episode title.
Honestly, that is like the best type of title we could have, because it's like everyone who watches will not get the context, but they'll know it's about Wick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've done this.
All right. Well then, we will see you guys next week. We hope you have a lovely night.
Good night, everybody.
Right.
Good night, everybody.